Welcome to another episode of the Party Crew D&D. Last time we left off, we purchased goods, figured out that we were being stalked by invisible people, blighted some allies, and got some leads, on some things to do, and accused children of being drug mules. So, with all that being said, we find ourselves here in the center of Samrid Town Square with a couple things to do in the near future.
What time is it again?
It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
We have to meet him at 6.
Mm-hmm. Or go to the free hour at the orphanage.
I was about to say, so are we gonna take them up on their offer to host us for free hour on our anti-drug task force, guys?
Are we really doing that?
I don't know.
What's the point?
It was suspicious. It was weird that there was something like paperwork about the orphanage near the drugs, but also probably not involved. It was just odd that they were together, but I don't know. Just weird.
So we're not volunteering our time with the orphans? Like, I'm an orphan. I mean...
No, I hate orphans, actually.
Oh my... Silas! You're talking about me! What?
I'm just kidding.
Why would you say
Misha,
that?
I'm an orphan too, but, you know, I don't know.
Orphan club!
Yeah, there's so many of us. I do find it weird that whole thing, like, the whole, like, with the rat dude, but, again, I don't know. We might find something, we probably won't, but...
Raise your hand if you're an orphan.
Well, I guess I'm an orphan now.
Oh my god!
You all don't have parents?
No.
No, Maynard, no.
2 sets of mine died, actually.
Oh my
Two
god.
sets?
Well, yeah, my first set I never knew, and then the second set also died. So I'm technically, I'm
Double orphan!
Double orphan. Orphan squared, if you will.
Terrible. I'm sorry for all of your
Queen of
losses.
the orphans.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm over it, mostly. A little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming we have something better to do with our time than to go. Or if we don't, then we can always burn time there. You never know.
Well, I mean, it would have been easy to guilt trip you guys if you weren't orphans, but since we're all orphans here, I feel like we can just say screw you to the other orphans. So.
Yeah.
Maybe
True.
not screw, but they can figure it out.
Yeah.
Like we figured it out. So let's not get into any more trouble.
I've been hanging out with you guys for a while now, so I don't feel too bad not going and hanging out with them.
Yeah, I don't feel any like personal responsibility or anything, so.
Sir Maynard has done his civic duty to the orphans.
Yeah. It's fine.
If anything, we need more help than they do. So let's just continue on our way. So with Tondigo, did they say where exactly we're meeting, or were they just
Seaside
Villa?
Villa.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going into the villa where there's potentially that monster thing.
I mean,
Is that one?
Tondigo has not bothered us so far. They've been the nicer
No.
group to us.
But I'm just saying, please be wary, Maynard.
Was that villa the place where they were holding this strange creature?
Yeah.
Oh.
I, for one, am interested to know what that is. So.
Well, Percy was a little freaked out. Can we just try to bypass it? If we happen to see it, we happen to see it, but I don't want to look for it.
I mean, I
Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm just curious. Being it came across the sea, it might be something I'm assuming we've never seen before, so. Who knows?
So, do we have a game plan for what exactly we're going to ask? Like, this seems like a good opportunity to get some intel on like Sheldrake, potentially.
I don't think we should drop the S word immediately.
Agreed.
I think we should kind of wait and see if they have some sort of allegiance to him or something.
But we could say we show up and be like, hey, we've heard rumor, like after they give us a spiel of like our responsibilities and stuff, we can ask them like, hey, rumor has it that there's this kind of undercurrent, somebody is at large, a Sheldrake. Is this somebody we need to be wary of? Or, we could play it like that. Like,
Good.
Maybe so.
I think we
like, should it be something that should be of our concern while we're out patrolling or whatever they have us doing?
Right. Maybe at first we can keep it general and just say, is there any sort of underground crime organization going on that we should be aware of?
And then we can maybe drop names and just, rumor.
Right.
We can't pry too deep too quickly. Or it might seem
Exactly.
like we're just there for information.
Well, that's why we'll leave it to you, Silas. Because
No.
apparently you know how to talk pretty decently. I don't know how. I still don't know how. I don't know how a guy with like dead bodies behind him incessantly seems people are trustworthy of him, but he'd be the guy for it.
Yeah.
And then they both kind of like.
Wait, you have two?
Who are your dead bodies right now?
There's
Becky? You
I think I
had
have 3.
you had
Don't I?
2 that were on the outskirts of town.
Yeah.
I don't really know if you decided to go pick those up. Or
Okay,
you
I have-
can
I've just
in
the
this free
one with
time.
me.
Okay.
Did you recast?
Yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Because I
Oh
get
my
a
God.
free cast of it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, with the whatever perk I have.
Oh my god.
Perkins.
You want?
He's got one.
Okay,
He's got
yeah,
one.
with raise. No,
Yeah.
That slave
Uh,
perk I have.
Oh my god.
not how I would have
Anyway.
worded it, but
We'll just leave
Yes,
it
I
to
have-
you.
it's a what's this Tondigo? Is
Yeah,
it Tondigo?
Becky. It was a Tondigo person that you found in the alleyway. Becky with the
Mhm.
booty,
Yeah.
That's right.
big booty.
Yeah. That guy.
He strikes the pose.
Yeah, you say we're trying not to look like we're getting information. Yeah, corpses. That's fine. That's fine. It's cool.
Well, we can. I'll take him to the end of town. Drop him off with the others. They can chill.
Just an encampment.
This doesn't. Okay. Okay.
Well,
So what's the game plan?
Do we want to investigate the orphanage?
I mean, we have how many hours to burn?
We only
Uh,
have 2.
yeah. Wait, no, 4. You have 4
4.
because it's 2 o'clock.
I mean, we have 4 hours.
We could totally time skip this though. Like, I mean, if you guys would like to utilize this free time, fine. But I mean, like hypothetically, they have free hour every day at 2 o'clock if you wanted to go do this. And if
We're
you
not
wanted
even
to-
obligated because we're not
Yeah.
part of the church.
What are we
We
trying to
lied.
find in the orphanage?
We don't know. I don't. The rat man, what's his face, had
Gallagher?
something about orphans in his weird room.
It was
We don't-
suspicious, but again, it's nothing that directly involves our plan here, so it can be like in the B category of importance.
Somebody
What's-
do an intelligence check here.
Oh god. Okay. Hold on.
Or wisdom.
Oh my
Honestly, either
God.
I'm
one.
good with wisdom.
Wisdom?
I'm good with wisdom.
I'm
Oh
good with
hell
wisdom.
yeah! Oh,
wait.
I did good. Hold
I
on.
didn't get.
Oh,
I don't
shit.
have my thing
Is
down.
the check like, yeah, orphans don't usually sell drugs?
25.
Oh, okay. Endurance, you're sitting
Yay.
here pondering this, and you're like, why would he have an orphanage thing in his brothel? Oh, I don't know. To do something with all the kids that people sire in this whorehouse.
That's
So
disgusting. Oh,
you kind of put that together, and you're like, that might be why. I don't know. It could be.
Oh, if you just see me like my face just like twist in disgust, I'm like, yeah, that. Oh.
all right. So there really is no reason then to
Oh, yeah.
go. There really is none. In fact, it would probably offend my orphan heart. So let's
Yeah.
just.
My poor, damaged orphan heart.
Mm-hmm.
All very damaged. Okay.
Really.
All right. So we're gonna time skip.
Keep ahead.
You guys want to time skip? Okay.
Time skip.
All right. So you guys time skip. It's getting to be about 5:30. Y'all
Right.
rolling out.
Why not?
Mhm.
So, as the sun kind of begins to set over the horizon, and the cold of night begins to set in, you guys kind of roamed the city, tried to stick to more of the main places in the city. I'm assuming that you guys kind of did a little bit of strategic placement of yourselves as to not incur some mystery people's watchful eyes, kind of things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of, you guys are wary. I'll say that you kept being pretty wary. So you're on your way down the path of Tondigo, towards the seaside villa. So you kind of weave through the paths and you kind of pass the docks and you kind of take a side road that is adjacent to the city. It looks like it was at one point pretty well paved, but it is kind of losing itself to the sea. The waves lap up to the side of it, and so up ahead you see that there is this very large brick gate that kind of comes around it, and it looks like at the top it is kind of fortified with like iron spikes all the way around. Very well done, very pretty. And there's a very large wrought iron gate, kind of a double hinged situation here up ahead, and you can see that there is this very breezy villa. It looks like it has some heavier like curtains kind of keeping out the wind, whatever. But you can see it's very well lit. You continue on the path, and up ahead you see 2 Tondigo guards standing watch at the gate. You approach, I'm assuming? Okay. So you both approach, and one of them looks at you and says, "Identify yourselves."
I'm Sir Maynard. We are here to meet with the captain for his request.
Indeed, I do have orders for that. I'm going to need you to leave all of your weapons with us, though.
Okay.
All right. A
Okay.
sword.
All right. So the 2 guards take all of your goods, and there's kind of like a little like building built into this wall because it's really wide, kind of like a little outpost spot, on the back side at least. And so they kind of open the gates up and shuffle as they put all of your things away. So who's giving up what?
I only have my sword, so I give him my sword.
I'll give the quarterstaff and my dagger.
My bow and short sword.
Okay. Silas?
Give him a dagger.
Okay. So
Do you
have
keep your arrows? Can she keep her arrows?
Yeah. Or
no.
do I have to?
No.
So my quiver's gone.
Yeah, so your
But
quiver and bow.
Percy's still with me.
Percy's
Man,
still
I
with
had
you.
a plan. I had a plan if you could keep your
I've
arrows.
still got these,
Oh.
so
Silas
can't
still
keep
straight up
my
has his
arrow.
axe.
I know. Well,
True.
I get that. Duh.
Yeah.
We don't need to know how cool Silas is, okay? We don't need to reestablish that, okay?
I technically can summon my sword whenever.
Uh-oh.
too.
My weapon is
Ooh.
magic. so
Okay, everyone's cool except me. I just have a bird.
Silas
Ranger.
puts away Mishra puts away her little
Indoor
daggers
bow.
and her bow, or her little rapier and her bow, whatever she has, kind of hands it over, and she kind of like,
Oh my god.
and then she looks over at Elodie and she's like, and so, hold on, I need my bag here. Hold on.
Oh. Oh.
Uh-oh.
I need
Her
to
bag.
turn on my light. Hold on.
I need to make some popcorn. That's what I need to do. Gentry, you might like Omega Strikers for real.
What is that?
It's like soccer, but with abilities. Anyway.
Wait,
that's
what?
Doctor with
The
a ability.
game?
What?
Yes.
Interesting. I would like to hear more about this.
Okay, so you notice that the guards is like looking intently across your faces as Mishra's kind of like,
Oh god.
And so he kind
And
of
I'm
just keeps looking over. He kind of keeps just looking over and doesn't notice her winking. She's just like, you see kind of under her coat, she kind of like flicks up her mage hand and it gives you a little thumbs up.
And I kind of do this like, don't know.
And she's just like, but she does it slick enough that nobody sees anything. So
Oh.
she's fine.
Oh my God.
So they open the gates for you, usher you forward. And this is a building made of plaster and great big columns. It's kind of got the terracotta roof situation. And it looks like it's kind of built in the shape of a U where the kind of ends of the U are facing towards you. It's like a rectangular situation. And it looks like there's kind of a really pretty courtyard in the middle. So they usher you forward into the gardens. And they look really pretty, even though they've been like frosted over and crap like that. Got a little fountain situation. So they bring you forward through the garden, into the main doors, into this like reception style area. And they have a great big fire roaring at the end of it. And you see there are some really pretty vases. There's some really nice tapestry situations. This is a really well-to-do home. And some of the servants kind of usher you forward and lead you over next to the fire where you see 4 figures. You see a great big man, a great huge human man with this blonde, very spiky hair, very muscular with a dopey look on his face. And next to him you see a woman that looks very equally strong and also very tall. And she also has the similar blonde hair, and they look very similar. You can pretty much tell that they're twins. They're probably middle-aged. And then across from them you see Jordan with Lasley next to him. And so as you approach, they kind of welcome you forward. And the guy with the real tall man, he's like, welcome. Are you these fine, smart folks that Jordan was telling me about?
Is this the twin talking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thorkel
This is Thorkel.
Thorkel.
He looks like Thorkel.
from Vinland Saga.
You guys watched Vinland Saga?
No,
Hold on.
I
I'll
will.
show a
I
picture.
will.
Yes, I want to see picture reference. Oh,
I will. Come this winter.
Homegirl's probably not this tan, but I love this character so much. So this is what she looks like.
oh.
I see.
So
Oh.
Girl from Fire Emblem.
totally, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we've got the twins here, and then we've got Jordan and Lasley. So he's like, welcome, and Jordan's like, yeah, this is them. They seem to have some expertise that may aid us. And so the twin girl looks at you and she says, kind of looks you up and down, a little bit more reluctant than the other two. And she's just like, are you sure we can trust them? And male twin, which he says, I'm Vado. Nice to meet you. I'm heir to House Tondigo, and also House Tondigo's a king. And Scotty, the other twin, she's like, you're not a king, you're just here. And he's like, I like to call myself a king. Anyway, so tell us about these expertise that you guys may have.
Well, we have a lot of it. That much I can say.
So much, so many skills. Where should we start? Honestly,
I mean, Silas, like your skills.
we're excellent at fighting,
Yes, exactly.
espionage, rather
Oh,
stealthy, good with some animals.
Yep, exactly. Mm-hmm. Can be animals if you want.
Oh man, you can bark like a dog? Like what? And Scotty kind of like raises an eyebrow. And
I think we're trying to keep it a secret that you're a druid, right?
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Yeah.
Tell me more
Yeah.
about
Late now.
Too
Too
late
late now.
it.
I'm saying,
Too late now.
Polymorph.
so
In the
Scotty,
middle of the house of the people who sell
Fine.
druids.
And Elodia's just like this the whole time, like
I know. I'm just like,
Suicide.
hey.
Let's go.
Scotty
Yeah,
like
I
raises an
elaborate.
eyebrow.
Yeah, we have, the polymorph spell.
Any of
It's
us do.
great.
And so
Most of us.
Scotty kind of like leans forward and she's like, so you can turn into creatures? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, well, it's a
It's a
more
great
recent
spell.
spell I learned, but yes.
Deception check.
Oh God!
Can I help her? Can I assist?
Sure.
Please.
help her?
Yeah, you're both talking. so-
Charisma is
Just
my lowest.
with what I was saying, trying to divert the conversation.
Okay.
I
Yep.
have 14.
Okay, I got 24.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
So I don't know how that works for assistance, but
That's pretty good. Yeah, so she kind of, you can see her visibly kind of relax out just a touch. And she's like, so we have some spellcasters among us.
naturally.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think we all can, at least somewhat.
Mm.
I'm not as good, but I can help when it comes to espionage, and I'm deadly with a bow. So
And then Mishra says, and I've got this. And she like makes her little mage hand show up and she's just like, whoo, 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 whoo.
Oh my
And so
God.
Scotty's like, right, well then you won't mind if we take some precautions. And you watch as she kind of motions towards one of the servants, and they bring out these kind of like little shackles that look like they're stone, and they're kind of individual, like they look like these huge kind of bangles. And so they walk up to each of you and kind of present them to
Whoa,
you.
whoa.
What
What-
are
what
Why
is-
is this necessary?
what is going on?
And she kind of leans back and she says, you can understand with the circumstances, though, I'm sure you're aware of. We have to take all the necessary precautions.
We are
Please
the
enlighten
unarmed.
us. Enlighten us on these circumstances. If you don't know, we are mercenaries. We're not from here. What's going on?
Yeah.
Well, to put it very plainly, we are at war with another house of this fair town. And we cannot be too sure who is or is not on our side. So please, if you will, no harm will come to you.
I don't know. I don't know if I trust this. To be honest with you, we've left our arms outside. I don't want us to walk in here and become prisoners for no reason.
Sometimes the weapons we cannot see are the more dangerous ones.
Oh, we are here. Prefer not to be bound.
I understand that, but it is a safety precaution.
Can I do insight?
Sure. I mean,
Okay.
what are you trying to?
Yeah, can I
Just
do
to
it?
see, just like to
Oh, yeah.
assure, like this is
Yeah.
just a precaution. It's
Yeah.
part of their, like we're not being treated different than
Yeah.
anybody else who comes in.
Would a perception check help anything?
Not really.
Okay.
In I would say a insight.
I'll try insight.
I got a 10.
Okay.
I'll try insight too. Hold on.
She's
Yeah,
being very
right.
truthful.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, I didn't do any better. I did 9.
Okay,
Okay.
she's being very truthful. You can tell that she wants to be safe. Yep.
All right. So I put my hands with that. I kind of like give her a stare and then put my hands forward towards the shackles. And then kind of like, she's telling the truth, guys, as far as I can tell.
And so Mishra watches that and she like puts her hands forward, and the little mage hand that's on her shoulder, as soon as the shackles lock her in, it just dissipates.
Oh no.
I'll do the same thing and be like, flattered that you think we're powerful. I mean, I know, of course we are, but
Endurance.
I'm sorry. We are.
And so everybody is
Well,
does
I fe-
everybody
I actually, that's magic is not my deal. All the magic I do is with that dagger outside, but
but you will not hesitate
it-
then to
it
put
is
your
not-
hands on the shackles then, correct?
sure, I suppose.
And so Silas reluctantly puts his hands into the cuffs. Maynard?
Put him on the. no,
Yeah,
no,
I'll put mine out. Let them put them on, and I'll
Mhm.
say, "This doesn't bode well. This is the beginning of trust to me." But here you go.
Fair. But then again, it's not your trust that's the one that should be earned. It is ours, if you would like
Mm.
work.
We shall see. It's not a very good start, but here we go.
If you don't want work, you can leave.
I do, but I want to work for someone who respects us.
That is earned.
We owe nothing to you all. We're here for work. We're not from here, so we deserve we're giving you respect. We would like respect in return and trust.
Simple safety is not a matter of respect. And so Vado leans forward to cut the tension. He's like, hey guys, we're all just trying to be cool here, right? And he kind of looks at you guys, and you can almost see like his face grow really, really dark all of a sudden. And he looks at you and says, right?
Of course. And, I agree that respect must be earned. So in this case, as much as we may not like it, we have to begin the path to earning your respect. So if we want work.
And he leans forward and slaps you on the back, and he's like, see, Scotty, nothing to worry about. They're going to earn that respect. And she kind of unwaveringly keeps her eyes on all of you. And Jordan says, all right, so to begin the talks here of what would be expected of you on the guard or in other task forces. Right, so Scotty, would you like to enlighten us on that? And she says, okay, listen. You seem to be a little bit more adept than some of these other mercenaries that come about. I can see it. So, I've already told you that we are at war with another house in this city. House Girasilla, you may have heard of them, the ones in blue. Well, we have recently cut off their trade with all other ports, and it has not made them very happy, but fine with us. Eventually, they'll be stuck in such an embargo that there will be no more house if there are no more funds. In an effort to try to recoup, they have decided to reach out to other foreign allies. And there's going to be a meeting among these foreign allies, these affiliates of theirs, to try to create a new port, close to the city, but not through us. And we would like this to be stopped as much as possible. And we would like any information on who these affiliates are and, what they're planning, so we can combat it as best we can. Therefore, we ask that you perhaps infiltrate their ranks, attend this meeting, and report back anything that you have to offer. Of course, you can think on it if you like. I'm sure
When
that
is this meeting?
It is in 2 days.
How do you expect us to get in?
Oh, we already have a few ways. We just need people to fill these roles.
If you don't mind my asking, why are you going to this great of lengths to destroy House Girasili? Like, what have they done to you to afford this?
Years and years of feuds, of bloodshed of our brothers and sisters. It is a blood war, not one of morals, so it holds that much more weight. We cannot back down now until they are completely crushed. And yet we must do it with grace as to not frighten our townsfolk. They will choose sides when the time comes.
I see. I'm just gonna kind of look at everybody else and see like what our expressions are showing.
Emma, can you stop the screen share?
Oh shoot, yeah.
Just makes my face really white.
Is that a problem?
Wow. Yeah, Ben, is that a problem?
Yeah.
To be fair, I felt very washed out as well. So thank you.
Okay, sorry, there you go.
It's fine. So you want us basically kind of infiltrate meeting. So is there anything in particular we'd be doing? Like, are we trying to like crash this meeting, or are we just getting information for you?
Well, fortunately for us, some of the attendees of the meeting have already been found out and dealt with. Therefore, we have an extra ship for you to arrive on, and some extra outfits, and some shoes to fill, I would say. To make sure that you're properly masqueraded as the part. And Vado kind of looks down, and he like looks at his shoe, and he like points to it, and he's like, "See there?" And points at some blood, and he's like, "Yeah, that's them. That's gonna be you if you don't do this right." Ha! And Scotty like hits him, and she's like, "No, he doesn't actually mean that. He's just." Anyway, yes, you will be filling some of these unfortunate crew members' shoes.
Huh. Well, we did say we're good at this sort of thing, so
You did. And I hope that is in fact true.
absolutely.
Because if it is, there is a handsome reward to be had.
We love handsome rewards.
Well, and what is it we're trying to, what type of information we're trying to get for you guys?
I would like you to find out who the affiliates are, who they all are, if there are any affiliates from within the city, and where they're trying to create this new port.
Oh, you mean their new allies?
Yes.
Do you have any ideas as to who these allies might be, or you have no clue?
There are a couple individuals in the city that hold a certain amount of sway and hold some generous funds that may be intrigued by backing them. But we would like to ensure that no one from our town is backing House Girasilla. There are also some foreign allies that a little inconsequential, but I mean it would be good to know who is on their side, so we may shore up our own allies.
Any suspects? Any particular?
There are some islands. There are some islands a little bit further out. The islands of Ceres, they're called. But they hold some very valuable port towns that are very advantageous. So I fear that perhaps they may be involved. They have voiced some concern about our monopoly, they put it, on this town's shipping ports, but I would just like to ensure that they are more than satisfied with our provisions.
What is it? Just food? Like what type of provisions does Girasoli, or is it their
Scylla?
own? All right, Giuseppe, keep going.
I mean, they provide lots of ores and illicit substances that we would like to keep off the streets, you know. Things from deep in the mountain are their specialty. They also do some timber trade, but I'm less concerned about that. Regardless, I just would like all of their business to be completely destroyed. They wouldn't be missed, except perhaps for their illicit substances.
Interesting. So, just to be clear, we would basically be sneaking in by masquerading as other people, not literally sneaking in.
Indeed. You have an invitation.
Oh.
Do you have these roles you would like us to fill?
Yes.
Indeed we do. We have a list. Okay. So, these are some island traders, not from Ceres, but a smaller chain of islands a little bit further north. This is the island of, let's see. Okay. These are the Glass Shard Islands. So the Glass Shard Islands are very small, but effective nonetheless. So we have the role of a captain, a first mate, a delegate, a wealthy man, a crew member, and a banker. Of course, you can choose amongst
And they're all
yourselves.
invited to the party.
Well, I mean, they're all affiliates of the Glass Shard Islands that I'm sure would be important to have present at this particular event. So yes, they were all invited.
Okay.
So I'm sure you're wondering what the reward is.
Yeah,
3,000 gold
curious.
and the ship that these people left behind so graciously.
Solid reward. So, just to be clear, there's nobody at this party that would have seen these people before, correct?
No. Almost positively not. As far
Okay.
as we have deduced, they have not really had any sort of dealings with them yet, but it is possible for future dealings. But we would like to eliminate the possibility of that.
Is there any, do you know what the different races of these people were? Were there like humans, tiefling?
Primarily humanoid.
Okay.
Primarily humanoids.
Makes
But
sense.
the Glass Shard Islands is a mixed bag of races. They're kind of midway in the sea between Lycosium and Dulsta and Laranai, and I mean, I'm sure there are even some Athalians that have come to live at that island.
But these roles don't seem to be of the people that would be part of, I guess, discussing this deal.
That's exactly what I was saying. Like, how is
A
a crew
delegate?
member?
A
Crew
crew, I mean,
member?
I see what you're saying. I would present it as security, sure. I'm sure that is another role that they were to fulfill. They were pretty well armed.
Is this meeting to take place here in town or on the ships?
It is to take place at a venue close to House Girasilla, further up in the mountains.
Now, how would it make sense for a first mate and a crew member
Present
to-
that how you please. Present that how you please. That's up to you. I'm just saying those were the people aboard. See if you can come up with something to fit your needs. We just need an outside force to make sure that this doesn't come back to us.
Now, as far as how we appear, I mean, we've been walking through town today and stayed at an inn yesterday evening. So, what if there are people that have seen us?
Well, I'm sure that between your polymorphing magic and maybe some disguise kits, maybe you could even find a potion shop around here to help you out with some of those things.
I'm gonna kind of glance up at my horns and be like, I hope it's a really good potion shop.
Yes, and like just at my mask, it's
Yeah.
a little bit identifiable.
Yeah.
Surely you don't have to wear that.
Oh, you would think.
Cool. Yeah. No, of course not. He can certainly take it off. Definitely.
Right, Silas? It's not glued to your face, is it?
No.
Well, we'll figure something out.
Yes, we will. Well, this sounds like something that we would be good at, I think. Everybody else to concur?
Yeah. Where are we supposed to stay in the meantime?
Yes,
What
but I
should
also
we
had a question.
do? Yeah, before the thing.
Well, let's see here. I would suggest to make your base of operations aboard the ship itself. So, it seemed to be pretty well stocked in terms of the cabin. It's a pretty decent ship, mid-sized. We have it kept further down the coast, a little ways. We can give you the location if you wish, and you can use that now. Otherwise, I'm sure we can find you a safe house somewhere within our borders, but I believe that would be a much riskier proposition.
When are we
Uh,
supposed to report back to you?
After the dealings are done, or if you have some sort of issue before then, you can also let Captain Branwit know.
Is he on the boat?
Oh no, I'm just saying, if you have anything to report, you can let Captain
Um,
Branwit know as well.
How long do these type of delegations last?
Who's to say? An evening, I would assume.
Okay.
Are you up to the task?
Of course.
Yes, absolutely.
Without a doubt.
And
Are there going
Vado's
to-
like, very good! I knew we could count on you guys. You look like a trustworthy bunch with my eyes.
Certainly.
Gesture at the yeah, for sure.
Really trustworthy.
This is a dangerous song. I don't like that. Too dangerous.
I knew it. I knew they were bad.
I know, I was like, wait a minute.
Ambush!
Okay.
So
There we go.
Your boss.
are there going to be other parties filling the other roles available? Because we don't have, you listed like up like 10 different vacancies.
Then just eliminate some of the ones that matter less. Those are just the ones at
Okay.
your disposal. Fill them as you see fit. Modify your story as you see fit. I don't care. For 3,000 gold in a small ship, I think you guys should be able to figure this out.
You're saying we get to keep the
Alright.
ship?
Yes, that is a part of your reward.
Nice.
All
Oh,
right.
We have no reason to keep it. It's easily identifiable as a non-native ship.
Excellent. Sounds like we'll have a little bit of
Well.
planning to do.
Where did you say the ship was? We can go check that out.
It's down the coast about 2 miles in a little cove in the forest.
Is there a potion shop on the way?
Not quite on the way, but you can find one in town,
Okay.
in Tondigo realm, if you so please.
Sounds good.
Oh,
I think that is all I have to say. And then she kind of asks you, is there any other questions you have for us?
I assume we'll get some more specific information about the meeting as we approach the day of.
Perhaps. I don't have a whole lot to add other than glass shard. I really don't have much more to add. I don't know. Make up names. I mean, there are names on the invites, and so she hands the invitations to all of you. And there are like names listed on all of them. So,
Nice. Well, guess we'll be dealing these out.
and then also like a document, kind of like outlining a contract.
Now, are there parties within the city that would be allied with Oscuracilla?
Perhaps, and that is also what we're trying to seek out. There's a relatively new house to the area. Some grocer decided that he wanted to form a house out of his small fortune he had made. So, let's see, what's his name? His name is Clowen.
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 Does that happen often? People
People-
deciding to establish
Not
their own
frequently.
house?
They seem to be a relatively honest business. They've made their fortune in fairly honest ways, as far as we can see. But they are just a minor house, no more than a 2-story home on a block of street among the commoners.
And do you think they may be partnering with Oscuracilla?
I fear that. I do fear that.
Okay. Any other
So-
names we should know of?
That's kind of the main one. I would also like to make sure that the Chapel of the Undecided is remaining undecided.
How come?
if the chapel decides to align with House Girasilla, they may provide them with clerics or something of the like, and I would like to keep any sort of conflict of church and criminal separated.
Has that happened before?
No, but my intelligence says that there may be some friendships being formed that I am not exactly particularly fond of. House Girasilla likes to present themselves as a religious house, but we all know the truth.
Towards what god?
Weller. Naturally,
Why naturally?
because they're hedonistic fiends.
They worship this Weller?
I mean, they
God.
claim to.
Hmm. Well, good to know, I guess.
I mean, if they practice what they preach. But then again, Weller is a god of hedonism, so I'm sure they're practicing alive and well. But keep your
DM 'em.
eye... Huh?
Tiamat, what do you mean by hedonism?
Like being wild, parties,
Okay.
extravagant.
Double
mean, like-
guessing.
No, you're fine. I mean, like, you just know that Girasilla deals in a lot of drugs, and...
Okay.
know.
Okay. Gotcha.
They haven't exactly struck you as people that are really, like, wild or anything like that. Like, for your kind of general impression of each house is that Girasilla is rather put together and at least tries to be a little bit elegant. Tontigo seems to be a little bit, like, more rough, maybe?
Hmm.
A lot more brawn, I would say.
Interesting.
Okay, thank you.
So you also kind of catch the impression that Vado, though named self-proclaimed king of House Tondigo, may not be the brains behind this operation.
So, wait, what was the name again? I'm sorry, I blanked.
Vado?
Vado?
Uh-huh.
Is that Scotty and Scatty?
Yeah, that's
whatever.
the twins, yeah. So Scotty
They're-
is the girl, you know, and
Yeah.
Vado's the guy.
Vado. But they're the children of this dude.
What? No.
Are they the
They're
heirs?
like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, they're the heir. Yeah, so like Vado is like the House Tondigo like leader. And so Scotty's his sister. But not actually, yeah.
Oh.
Mhm. Sorry,
Okay.
if I didn't make that clear. And then Jordan just seems to be like one of their people, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. Jordan and Leslie. And so she kind of leans back and says, and listen, if things go awry or you choose to double cross us, she kind of motions toward Leslie and says, you will have her to contend with, and I do not suggest it.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Motions to Leslie?
Mhm.
Interesting.
Is that all? Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, very good. And she says, Rathio. And so all of a sudden, you see a man just appear out of thin air, like he steps through and just appears out of thin air among you. And he has this really messy kind of salt and pepper hair, and he looks like he is very skinny, very tired. But he has these like long black robes on, tied with a cord about the middle. And she says, "Go ahead and remove their shackles." And so he comes over and touches each one of your shackles, and he whispers some words, and you watch as some like sigils begin to glow like on the top of his hand, and you see one kind of glow like on the corner of his head as he whispers these words, and you watch as the shackles kind of glow a blue and then snap off. It was almost as if they were seamless before, but they have kind of cracked themselves open. And so she says, "This is our court mage, Rathio. He will also be someone to contend with should you decide to cross us."
Yeah, his robes look familiar.
They're just black robes.
So,
Just generally.
when you say he appeared, was he like elsewhere? Like just like
Not in the room.
okay? It wasn't like he was invisible.
Mm-mm.
Was there any mark of recognition on his face that was like, did his pupils dilate when he saw us or anything like that?
No. He just walked in and did his thing and kind of like very quietly made his exit.
No pupil dilation.
No pupil dilation.
What's that?
Did his
Sorry.
cheeks perhaps flush?
Are you guys trying to make a perception check here? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'll take a perception.
Sure.
I'm curious.
What was his respiration rate?
Kind of okay.
I have a
Quick and
15.
snapped. 15? Okay.
15 as well.
Okay.
Mm,
I guess I will. 8.
Okay.
10.
See what Misha sees. Oh, nat 20 from Misha, but I think she has like a -1 on her wisdom or something. Or wait, her perception I think is decent. Anyway, so between all of you, you kind of watch this guy walk, or like not walk in, appear in, like from nowhere almost. It's like his body kind of like appeared as if he were walking out from somewhere that you did not see. And then you all are very watchful of this person for obvious reasons here. And Misha kind of stares at him as well, because even though Misha's, dirt to dirt, like she's like paying attention. And she kind of like looks at you guys, and you guys all kind of look at each other, and this guy seems absolutely calm as a cucumber, does not act like he's ever seen you before, but it is weird.
That's it.
Misha looks at you and she's like,
Mm-mm.
but Misha isn't really giving any indicator that she's bothered. So, anyway,
Okay. Creepy.
All right.
and so Scotty says, "Is there anything else that you would like to know or need?"
Anything you could
Any other
aid us?
questions?
Oh, well.
No.
Do you have any extra disguise kits? Or are we doing that by ourselves?
I mean, if you really need something, I'm sure Rathio can assist you with some magical means, but as you guys have said that you are also magically talented, but should you need his assistance, he may be able to help.
The
Excellent.
passive aggressiveness. I'm kidding.
And so Rathio he's kind of like a squirrely little dude, and he kind of like looks around at you guys. You notice he's like half elf. And he says, "Oh yeah, by all means, if you need any help, please let me know."
Certainly.
All right. Are we ready to go? Are we going to go to the ship?
Sounds good to me.
Potion shop on the way.
Potion shop, yeah.
And then she kind of stops you and she says, "Rathio, would you know of any potions that could help disguise these people?" And he kind of is like, I'm sure I could prepare something if need be, or I could acquire the goods to prepare something if need be. I will just need some time to look over my books, but it should not take long." And she says, "Very good. Well, do you think you could have it done within a few hours?" And he says, "Oh, surely within the hour. I know the book I need to look at. If these fine people would like to wait here, they're more than welcome to, in my study, or they can go on to where they need to be."
Well, I mean, we're in no rush.
Yeah.
We can wait.
Wait. Mhm.
Very good then. Well then, since you're going to be here, I will ask that you please put your shackles back on, if that is
Sure.
okay with you.
Naturally.
Ugh.
And so they put him back on, all you guys. And so Rathio says, "Okay, very good. You may accompany me." And so he walks off, or he begins to walk off, and Scotty's like, "Are you sure you don't need anybody else?" And he says, "I should be able to take care of anything if anything should happen." And she says, "Of course, otherwise you would not be our court mage." And he kind of nods very humbly and proceeds to lead you all through a series of hallways outside kind of the back, and you can tell that there's a massive like labyrinthine garden in the back of this house. But he kind of leads you out of the back door onto a huge porch, and kind of off to the side there seems to be like a small shack. Not really a shack. It's not a shack because it's nice. It's like a nice small brick building. And you can tell that this is kind of his quarters, and he has like a little garden kind of outside with a little picket fence. He's kind of got a nice little sitch right here. And you can tell that he also kind of has like a little pond with some fish in it and stuff like that. But some of the creatures in the pond are a little weird. Like you see two glimmering large eyes that make this pond seem a little bit deeper than you think. So he leads you in, and he opens the door, and it is a nice quaint little cottage, if you will. And you can tell that it is kind of your usual mage's type place. It is very much scattered. It is lots of books everywhere. He kind of clears off a spot at his table, and he offers you a place, and he says, "Can I offer you anything to drink? I usually try to get some hot beverages to keep me awake at this time of evening. Can I offer you anything?"
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take a tea.
A tea.
We'll
Yeah.
also take a tea.
Sure. And so he kind of goes over and brews you gets you some herbs from his little shelf he has, and kind of throws it in his cauldron and whips that together. And so he says, if you don't mind, I'm going to be looking through some of my books for a potion that might be of assistance. And you can see him kind of walk over to his shelves and begins trying to sift through those, leaving you two kind of on the other side of the room, yet kind of alone.
I kind of look at Maynard and Silas. I'm like, y'all really want tea from a guy with could do stuff to the tea?
But it's tea time.
I don't see an issue now.
Oh my god!
We're
Going
helping
on a mission for them.
True. I don't think they'd want to kill the not the messenger, but whatever we are to them.
Okay.
So, anybody else see the giant eyes in that pond back there, or was that just me?
No, I
Oh,
did
no.
not.
What was that?
It was
Yeah, that's interesting.
well. At least smell the tea before you drink it. Just make sure it's not
I
foul.
am a little concerned that we're
Oh.
walking
Yes.
What?
that we're walking into this meeting of a house that's kind of on the lookout for us.
Yeah, that's why we're asking him to disguise ourselves right now.
Yes, I just don't know how. It's still concerning.
It's concerning, but at the same time, it's like they're not expecting us to walk in their front door. So sometimes the best place to hide is in plain sight.
I think we need to
Sure.
be undercover still.
Well, of course, but like be undercover in plain sight as best as possible.
So stop talking about how you're a druid.
Yeah. In
You
terms-
said the word.
In terms, you made a big deal about this in the beginning, about your gun being targeted here.
Listen,
He says, I found the recipe. I'm going to step out for a moment and collect some goods for said potion.
Sure.
I'll be just a moment. And he kind of pours your tea real quick and leaves it on the table and goes out the back door.
listen. Are they expecting a druid to just announce? I'm being quiet. I'm being like extremely quiet here. Do they expect somebody to come in here and just announce that there's something? I didn't do
We don't. They're
I-
always suspicious of us. So why would we even give them any like?
Poke polymorph. It's not that unusual. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. They bought it. It's fine.
They almost did it.
Maynard?
But they did.
Yes. Thank you, Mishra. I don't think we should be talking about this while we're here.
Well, I agree. personally. Let it be known Silas started it.
Especially when we're in the wizard's quarters and this dude just appeared out of nowhere.
Triply agree.
Walk through a door.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, he's a wizard. Can't do whatever he wants.
Could have something where he can listen to us.
Okay, let's just stop talking then.
Especially these things we have on our wrist.
Kind of suspicious. I do agree.
I'm
Well,
gonna try
Are
to
we gonna
summon
talk
my.
about? Are we gonna talk about how he just like appeared out of thin air?
It's
Oh.
magic.
wizard thing, I guess.
He
I don't
seems
know.
pretty powerful.
Yes.
See, but Amisha, I do agree with you. That's kind of suspicious, coincidental that the people we ran into on that deal going on could do the same thing. Not a lot of people can do that.
I'm a little,
Silas can, but
I
he's
mean,
special.
fearful.
Court wizards can,
I mean, none
But
of
does
us are wizards, so
and other wizards. I mean, teleportation is. I mean, powerful wizards aren't common, I guess, but
I know, but we don't have time to like. I mean, I don't know. It just seemed really. The timing of it is too.
it's odd. I'll give you
Wouldn't
that.
you agree?
It's odd, but
I mean, based on I've read into some of the fellow we killed from House Giracetta's spell book, and he had spells where he could teleport. So
Okay.
But he was also kind of their court mage, wasn't he?
I guess so.
I want to take a look at the books that he was looking at.
Rathio.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay. So you can see that he has a book open on the back table, and it's just like a polymorph potion, or like a disguising potion, and it kind of describes this potion will last for like 8 hours, and it can transform you into whoever you envision. So it kind of describes its effects, and it says it'll change your voice, it'll change your facial shape. It can't really change height, but it will change pretty much most features. When it comes to like extremely different builds to address kind of endurance's thing, it says that it can transform like horns into maybe a large hat or something of kind of similar size and shape.
like a pirate hat.
Who knows?
Question.
Yeah.
So whenever we fought that wizard,
Mm-hmm.
I was 10 feet away from him when he opened that door and got out of there. Did I see where he was going into? Did it look like this place?
No, the place that I don't think you really saw what it
I
looked
thought you
like.
said I did. I was
Well, maybe you did, but it really
10
was
feet
just
away.
the outside. It was just more like another snowy area.
Oh, it wasn't like
Mm-mm.
interior.
Mm-mm.
Dang.
Is there any other weird stuff around that we've noticed? Perception check?
In terms, sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one too.
Yeah, not one. I don't see.
Perception or
shit.
investigation? How much are you
Ooh,
trying to
I'll-
shuffle through this?
25.
I want investigation, please.
I'll do perception. I got 25.
Okay.
I didn't do good.
23 investigation.
20 what now?
23.
Okay. So, Maynard, you kind of are leafing through this book, and it looks to be a pretty old book. It looks like this guy's been setting up shop for a long time. You go, you kind of are looking around, and you see kind of like on a wall, hidden under some other things that are tacked up, you notice a really, like some really old pieces of paper. And as you kind of look at them, you notice that they're like sketchings of some woman. And they're very tenderly drawn. So who knows who this woman is? But
What race?
she looks to be like a human woman. So you see some like drawings of this woman among kind of other things. And you see kind of a note written at the bottom in Elvish. Can anybody read Elvish?
E.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm
yeah.
half elf, so that's my language.
That's true. So, you read it and it says, "To Deirdre, my love, may we always be together in spirit."
Deirdre?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds familiar.
Have we heard this name before?
I don't think so.
Are you
That
sure?
must mean something else.
Mm.
Deirdre.
I don't think you guys have heard of a Deirdre,
Why do you have a weird look on your face?
because I'm pretty sure you haven't.
I don't think we have, but I could be wrong.
Deirdre.
Do I notice anything weird? 'Cause I roll perception, so that's different. But any like artifacts in jars.
Just some weird looking leaves and stuff in jars, and some weird like potion things.
Nice.
All right.
Anything else?
I think we're scared to talk in his
Yep.
shack.
we kind of like fall into silence.
So about
Alrighty.
that time, Rathio kind of comes through the back door with a basket full of goodies, and he kind of goes over to his other cauldron that looks like it has had its fair share of messes, and kind of gets to work brewing a large potion. And he says, "Okay, so this is a polymorph potion. It can disguise you, whatever you look like, pretty much. Like you with the horns. It should be able to take care of that. In terms of height, you'll probably stay the same. It doesn't taste good at all. I apologize. I'll try to flavor it nicely for you, but unfortunately, I can't really do much to help the taste." And so he kind of goes over and begins to recite some incantations, and you could tell that once again some of the similar runes that were on his face and hand begin to glow slightly. And takes him about 10 minutes to kind of get through all of the reciting and boiling and whatever he's doing. And eventually he bottles for you this kind of like greenish purple substance. And it's thick, real thick. And he says, "I tried to make it lavender flavor. I don't know if that's gonna come through here.
Alright.
But it'll last you about 8 hours, so use it wisely."
Excellent. Thank you.
He gives one a little too.
How long have you been court mage for this house? Time to go.
Oh, my goodness, it must be 20, 25 years?
Are you originally from this area?
No, I am from Kervarel.
Nice.
Have you heard what's going on?
That some
Over there.
madman is parading through Kervarel and destroying all of the elves themselves. Yes, I have.
Did you hear about? Well, wait. What was the? There's a huge
Narncross?
mass accident. What? Narncross. Yeah.
Narncross?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard the city met a fatal demise. It's a real shame, and I hope we do not have to deal with that. But it is seemingly a bigger and bigger problem by the day. So I'm not sure for how long we can stay with our squabbles in this town and not look a little broader.
It might behoove you to actually form an alliance with. What is it, Gears?
Kirasilla. Yep.
Yep.
Look, I have advocated for that very thought. But
Are they
The
just
hatred runs
completely okay?
unfortunately it does. I wonder if perhaps the new House Clowen may have a little bit more sense in the matter, but I am fearful of the outcome.
Well, I'm glad you seem to want peace. It's always preferable to these sorts of years-long conflicts.
Indeed. Well, here are your potions.
Thank you.
Do you have any dealings with this beast of Tondago that we hear at night?
Oh, the beast. It lives in my backyard practically, but I personally do not have any dealings with it. It is not mine to deal with.
What do they want to do with such a beast? What is the purpose of it?
Primarily, it is a show of power, but it is also a security measure.
How long has this beast been here?
Not long. More recently, since House Girasilla and House Tondago have been at each other's throats a little bit more. It came on a ship from Ethael. It is a very large creature. I would not want to come face to face with it.
Are you allowed to say what it is, or is it a secret?
I suppose, since we are working together, it would not be bad of me to share. It is a very large bull, beast, humanoid.
Interesting.
Does that ring any bells?
I mean, it basically looks like a minotaur, essentially.
Oh.
But that is not a native species. So if anybody knows about a minotaur, it is not of this area. The only people that might know about it probably would be Maynard, just because he has knowledge of Ethael, and Silas, just because he's been around for so long.
That's all we would know.
You just know they're freaking big and freaking strong.
Large creatures. It's definitely intimidating.
Yes, I've had to soundproof my home, as its bellows are rather loud, especially at night.
Yes, we heard it a bit when we were coming nearer to the town. Quite loud.
It seems to get worse when the moon is full. I don't quite understand that myself, but I don't know if it has some sort of affiliation with the moon in some way, but it definitely gets worse cyclically.
That's definitely peculiar.
There's
I would
always,
agree.
Aware Minotaur.
yeah, could have some lycanthropy going on, but minus obviously the wolf aspect.
Gosh.
Perhaps.
Dang. What if it's a Minotaur that turns into a werewolf?
Oh, that would be interesting.
That'd be lit.
That would be lit. Well, that is certainly interesting. Makes you wonder. Well, thank you for answering our questions and for brewing
course.
for us.
Of course. I know sometimes that Scotty cannot exactly be welcoming, but she is my dear lady, and I will do anything for her. Please just be understanding.
Of course, of course.
Well, shall I? And he reaches into his pocket and kind of hands you like a little piece of paper, and he unfurls it, and it's a map. And he says, "This is where you were supposed to find your ship." So,
Excellent.
Thank you. And what about these? And I like hold up my cuffs. I'm like, when are we gonna take these off?
I'll go ahead. And he kind of taps them and recites his incantation, and they glow, and it pops off.
Thank you. All right.
Right.
Well,
shall we?
it might be better for you to exit from the back and kind of walk the seaside, as you will not be seen that way.
Okay.
Sounds
All right.
And so he opens his back door, and the back door kind of opens out to kind of the entrance of the labyrinth and these massive hedges. But if you keep walking, like to the left is like the seaside, and you can see that the moon is high above the ocean, pretty much full, and it's very cold. And if you kind of walk around there, you can walk around the entire labyrinth, but yet it is still huge. It is extending further inland, but not quite all the way out to the ocean. And as you walk out, you hear this absolutely ferocious bellowing that, as you kind of listen to it, almost also sounds like it's weeping and wailing at the same time. So, you guys kind of walk outside, and you go closer to the seaside, and you continue to walk down the seaside path.
Okay. Are we gonna go head to the ship? Did he give us a potion for each of us?
Yeah, and little.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a very interesting meeting, I guess. I don't know.
The wizard was nice.
He
Very
surprised me.
Yeah. Seems like a bit of voice of reason, except they won't listen to him.
Potentially, he is a voice of reason.
Endurance,
Yes?
you were a little obvious.
About what?
Being a druid.
Well, we've been over this. I will never speak of being able to transform into animals again. It's already become obvious that I can use polymorph. I figured that would just be, they don't expect a druid to come waltzing in and say they're a druid, so,
But if
I'll be doing
somebody
it again.
does come waltzing in and says they're a druid, they're
Well-
not gonna be.
Endurance, you do realize everybody's very sensitive about that subject.
I do
right?
realize
Okay.
that.
Then
Yes.
that means no hint, no inclination.
Oh, absolutely.
We don't talk even about polymorphism.
Listen. I just was thinking.
No.
If we were to get into a bad situation at this place or anywhere, I wouldn't want them to be like, wow, she just turned into a rat. It's a druid. I'd want the first thought to be, wow, she polymorphed. You see? You don't
Then
see.
don't turn into a rat in the first place.
That's
Turn into a different humanoid.
Well, obviously, yeah, I would try not to, but you never know. Stuff happens. I don't know. Listen. I won't say it again. It's fine. Nothing happened. It's
Okay,
fine.
now that we've cleared that, let's go into the ship.
Yes.
So who's gonna be what role?
Well,
I think
I
talk about
mean,
we have a list of names,
I don't
right?
even know what roles we have again. We got a banker,
A delegate, a captain.
candlestick maker.
Okay, so a banker, a delegate, a first mate,
Werewolf.
captain. What?
Mafia.
I said, a wealthy man.
Well, Theman.
A wealthy man.
Okay.
Or
Um,
woman, either one.
Hmm.
You've got a list of names.
Banker.
So-
Who's gonna be the what was the
Delegate.
diplomat? What was it?
I would
So-
vote. I would potentially vote Silas for that, just because there might be talking involved
Very charismatic.
somehow.
Yes.
Again, don't know how, but
Yeah, somehow.
Don't have to keep adding that every time. It's fine.
feel like it's needed. But anyway,
Why do you think? I'm confused. Why do you think he's charismatic, but you say he's not?
I just it doesn't make sense how he is,
She
considering
doesn't
he
really
loves
understand
necromancy.
how to.
He
get
has a little
people
bit of
to
a body
like her.
fetish.
Hmm.
I feel
Sorry,
like that
what?
wouldn't really add to his. Yeah, you've got a body
Hey!
fetish, just a little bit.
They can be our crewmen.
Oh.
Oh god.
Oh.
No, Maynard, why did you have to say
No.
that?
It would smell the-
I mean, I thought we were gonna have to include them somewhere.
Why? Why do we have to include them?
Fill out
Period.
the
Do you
crew.
guys want the names?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right. The captain's name is Crockaman.
Okay.
Okay.
Crockaman Grangschmidt.
Okay.
The wealthy man's name is Ganhill Stinkscott.
Don't want it anymore. That's all right.
The delegate's name is
Eduardo.
Stoya Magic Breen.
Yes.
Magic green.
Stogia?
Stoya Magic Breen.
Still your magic.
Okay.
Uh,
Still magic bean.
the first mate's name is Smitter Colden.
Mitter
Uh,
Werben Jagerman Jensen.
Yeah.
It was his hat.
Who have
Mr.
I not
Krabs.
done yet? Who have I not done?
It was
The
not
banker.
Yeah.
Hinnerger.
Are you making these up right now, or do you have them written down?
I have a random name generator. Somebody needs to write these down though for me, okay?
No.
Nobody did.
Nobody
Come on,
did.
guys.
Discord,
All right.
come
I'm gonna tell you again. Ready? I'm gonna tell you again. Somebody better type these out for me on Discord.
Discord. Okay.
Who's doing it? Who's got me covered?
Savannah.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. Just kidding.
All right. Captain Crockerman is his name, or her name, either one. Captain Crockerman. I think the delegate's name was Ganhill Stinkscott. I'm saving you some of the worst ones, honestly. One of them's name is Chafe Stitch. Don't worry about that one. I'm not making you use that one.
These are horrible.
Okay. The wealthy man's name, I think, is Smitter Colden. Smitter Colden. The first mate's name is Hinnerger.
Hinnerger.
Yep. I think I said the who's the one I haven't done? Who do I have so far?
Captain Delegate, Wealthyman, and like the other last one that I have not written down yet.
Banker.
Banker.
Stoya Magic Bryn.
Stole your magic bean. Gotcha.
Stoya Magic Burn. Or Bryn, whatever.
Hmm.
There you go. Those are your names.
Fascinating.
Yep.
Okay, so who seems most like the wealthy man or wealthy woman?
I think you seem somewhat wealthy minish.
Well, thank you, Silas.
You exude wealth.
Yes. Great.
Oh yes, to the
Certainly. Yes.
I think I would
Oh,
be
that's
a
so
very
kind.
good captain. I think I would be a great captain.
You're a crewmate. One of those.
Yeah.
I thought maybe Elodia would be the captain.
yeah. You can be my first mate, Mishra.
Oh, really? Perfect.
That works.
Mm.
And Endurance, yes, you're the banker.
I'll be the banker. I'm cool with that.
What was the other role? Delegate was Silas. What was the last role for Little?
Is there not? I might need to make up one more because there's probably another crew member. Let's say
Wait, where's the names?
I think those were the only things I made up.
I thought you had more.
I think I only named like 5.
Thought you had a crewmate, just a generic.
Crewmate. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's make Mishra the crewmate. Little can be the first mate.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Or we could say lawyer. I think lawyer would be good because you have a contract and you need that straightened out.
Oh, okay.
Make Little the lawyer.
Oh,
Lawyer. Oh boy.
no. Oof.
Damn.
All right.
Those
Mishra's the
exude
first
lawyer
mate.
vibes.
She is a lawyer. Little's the lawyer. And the lawyer's name will be let me get more names. Oh boy. Hold on. Glitterma.
Glitterma. What is this generator?
Glitterma Shizzleman.
Man,
Like a
these are
very
some
Speechless.
flashy name.
Litter mashizzle, man.
Would you
legit
rather-
names?
Would you rather the name Kutha?
Yes.
Kutha. Okay, there you go. You can choose that too. I don't really care. You can choose whatever the crap you want. Oh man. Anyway, alrighty. So I think now's a good time for a potty break. Okay, so you guys have exited the mage's house and are walking past kind of the border of you're kind of walking in between the border of the labyrinth and also the ocean. So meanwhile, this absolute dreadful bellowing is happening in the background. And you hear just kind of like this almost through wails. It's like been pretty animalistic, but all of a sudden you just hear like a language almost. You guys don't understand the language except
Put my helmet on real quick.
Oh!
Okay. So you hear just this bellow in Athalian, just like Stephanie.
Oh, I know this language anyway.
You know the language anyway.
Oh!
Just
Stephanie?
like Stephanie.
He is crying out for Stephanie.
Oh!
Been there.
That's right, brother. It's funny.
Oh, that's sad. Huh. Oh. So it's giving more I don't know, do minotaurs I don't know anything about them really, but are they known to speak? Theoretically? Because it's giving more were creature.
Are they Emma?
There are minotaurs that can.
Are there like civilized minotaurs?
Yeah, they're like
Okay.
I
they
mean,
kind
they
of have a reputation like orcs, though. Like
Do I
sometimes
know
people
where
are a
they
little weird
came
about orcs.
from? They come
They
from
are found.
Califast.
Yes.
Hmm.
Well,
Yes.
they come from Califast,
And like
which
North
is
FAL.
a land of wild magic, a lot of wild races and such.
Hmm.
So yes, they can speak and can be civilized.
Hmm.
But from what I understand from Tondago, they don't seem to respect druids or, and I would guess, don't respect those kinds of races,
Guess not. But it seems like to me. Hmm.
Oh,
as Ethael does not as well.
And so you just hear like through the crying, it's just like, I promise I'll come back to you, Stephanie.
Oh,
Hmm.
so sad. Well, maybe if everything eventually goes to shit in the city and everybody's fighting in the chaos, we can free him or something. I don't know. I just feel bad.
That is on our. It is so low on our priorities.
Listen, I am
True
well
neutral.
aware of this. I'm just saying that if everything goes to shit and all bets are off, I don't know. I'll just keep it in my mind. But for now, we go to the task at hand, of course, which is infiltrating Garcilla.
Okay, just want to make sure where our priorities were.
And you see Misha in the background, and you just hear like, he sounds so sad. I don't know what he's saying, but he sounds so sad.
He does. It's terrible.
I know the cries of a forlorn lover, and that's them.
you
Mishra.
do?
Oh,
Oh,
God, no.
poor Mishra.
Oh, no.
So Bisha's just kind of having her moment in the back.
Percy's gonna go perch on her shoulder and just kind of like nestle in, just kinda do the head bump.
Yeah.
Think about it.
So she's just kind of sobbing back there.
Hmm. All right, well, let's continue, I guess.
So you guys continue on, just ignoring all that, and you keep trekking forward. And so you continue on the coastline, and it gets to be a little bit more mountainous kind of up ahead. The coastline is a little less smooth as it was, as you were kind of previously in an inlet, and it kind of gets to be a lot more where the forest really juts up against the ocean. And so you continue forward about 2 miles, and so you eventually get to kind of this small strait that looks like it is wide enough for a ship, perhaps, but a skilled sailor would need to be maneuvering it to get through such a narrow waterway. So you kind of deduce that this seems to be the location of your ship. And so you follow the strait further inland, and you see where the cliffs jut up and seem to encircle this little lagoon. So within the lagoon, you see this medium-sized, like pretty good-sized ship. The side of it looks to be pretty well worn, but it looks like it was once painted in navy blue, and the front of it has a woman, nude woman, just your usual mermaid, just kind of on the front. Yep, classic.
Hell yeah.
That's right. And so you see on the sails, it has kind of like this shard embroidery going on, and just kind of like blue sails, blue and white sails. It's a pretty nice ship. So you kind of approach it, and it looks to be like it has been anchored down, and there is a little boat kind of up against the shore.
A dinghy.
Yeah.
Right?
Just curious here. Does anyone or has anyone ever been on a ship before?
Do you know, weren't we on the bear druid ship? Doesn't
Yeah.
that count?
Well, I'm a real ship. That was a boat.
No.
Absolutely not.
And we are expected to maneuver this ship and dock it.
We can learn. Totally.
I guess we
Take the
could
first
ask-
couple
ask.
Alright.
spins around the block.
Roll an intelligence check to see if you guys have any idea how to do this.
I would think I have been on one, but don't know how to
Yeah.
I probably don't.
do
but we'll try
anything.
Where is my
This is
intelligence?
intelligence
I
check.
have
Yeah.
15.
13.
I've got 11.
Okay.
15.
So 15, 13, 11.
Has Little
let's
ever
see
been
what,
on
let's
any
see
ships?
what Little does.
I don't know.
Little gets, what is Little's intelligence? It has to be pretty good, right?
I don't know.
I think I still have her stats from when we made her
Probably like a
character.
+3 or 4, right?
Let me see what I sent to her. Her intelligence is a +1.
What?
Mhm.
Huh.
Dang. What is she good at?
I mean, skills, she has boosts,
Um,
but just straight up intelligence. I mean, her wisdom is 18.
Ah, okay, that's what it is. That's right. She's a cleric. Okay. So, the highest you guys got was a 15, correct?
indeed.
Okay. So Misha leans forward and she says, "You know what? I've read a book on this before."
Oh.
I don't know
Yeah.
if this is something you can just read about.
Well, not only did I read a book on it, but I had a dream once.
Oh.
And in the dream, it was very lifelike. I was a pirate maiden on my pirate ship, and I had captured a very, you know what? I'm gonna stop right there. And so we are going to get on this ship, and I'm going to try this out. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay?
Okay.
Get on the dinghy.
Oh.
So everybody, she kind of ushers everybody to load up on the dinghy. Does everybody go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody gets on the dinghy, rows out to the boat or to the ship. There's a little kind of rope ladder thrown overboard. You guys make your way up there. And so Misha immediately goes and she begins grabbing ropes off the sails and kind of attaching them in different places. It kind of seems like she knows sort of like which ones go where. And so then she says, "Okay, I need you, Elodia, on that rope. Maynard, I need you on this one. It's going to require a lot of strength. Endurance, you hold the extra rope for Maynard. And then Silas, you can be at the front and make sure I don't hit anything, okay?
Mm.
And Little, you hold the other rope." And so everybody gets into position and she goes over to the wheel. And so she says, okay, Maynard, let your rope go." And so Maynard lets the rope go and the sail kind of unfurls and she's like, okay, now wrap it up right there. And so Maynard wraps it up right there. And so she says, okay, there's no wind. What do we do? If there were wind, this would be helpful.
Does anybody have a spell for wind?
Cast prestidigitation. It's just like a very, very tiny
A
gust.
puff, a small puff.
A small puff.
And it moves you like barely.
It actually did something.
The sail. Anybody else have anything?
Nothing that doesn't involve being a druid, so.
Okay. Well,
Nobody's around.
so she,
I don't know, I'm a little paranoid.
So she's like, okay. And she kind of runs over to the side of the boat and looks down and notices there are like some very long oars coming out towards the bottom of the boat. And she's like, okay, who is the strongest? Maynard and Elodia. You guys go at the bottom of the boat and try rowing these oars.
Okay.
Okay.
Maynard
so-
and Elodia?
My
Yes.
athletics is very high.
Yeah, I said what I said. Get over
Got
it. Uh,
+4.
so she's like, but I need you to hold that rope, Silas, but do not let go. I'm sorry. Just I remember that time with the bridge and you guys said that Silas didn't do so hot. He let go of a rope. Anyway, I'm just trying to mitigate any problems. Anyway, grab that
And
rope.
you're not wrong. Okay.
So anyway, she gets everybody in the place and she's like, okay, row. And so, Let's see. Do it. Give me a strength check on Elodia and
It'd
Bernard.
be
Wait,
athletics.
straight
Yeah,
check? Gonna be
athletics.
athletic?
Athletics.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
athletics.
you.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, baby.
Oh yeah, I did not. I'm not rolling too hot.
26.
Woo!
I
Can I have
got
gotten my
a
zombies?
7.
Oh yeah, you got your zombies. That's fine.
Mm.
7. Okay, so you guys go in. You dip in the water, and all of a sudden the ship veers right, really, really hard.
Oh god.
And so Misha's like, "Ah, stop, stop, stop!" And she's like, "Oh my god, okay." Who did that? And she like marches down and looks at both of you, and she looks over at Elodia, and she's like, "Elodia, what the heck?
My hands are a little sweaty. I'm
You're
sorry.
going upstairs. Silas, come try this."
I send 2 zombies.
Okay. So he sends 2 of his zombies. He sends Becky and what? Do you want to send the other dude or Blinky?
Other dude.
Okay. So he sends other dude and Becky. And so they sit down. All right. Roll an athletics for them. You can kind of combine theirs.
Okay.
We'll take the average of the 2.
No.
Athletics.
Yeah. Let's see. What's their strength? What's a zombie strength? +1. Okay. Athletics is okay. Let's say 10.
What do you mean? Let's say 10.
And I was like,
I
oh.
rolled an 8. They have a +1 in strength. I don't know
If
how
they don't-
athletics exactly works.
They don't have any skills listed. It's just
Uh,
plus their strength.
okay. 9.
Is that for both of them?
Okay. Let's
Who?
see.
What'd the other guy get?
Oh yes, actually for both of them.
All right. So 1, 2,
But there
3,
are 2 of
heave.
them.
Silas or Maynard row it real quick.
18.
All right. Once again, a hard right. Misha's like, "Oh my god!" She walks
I'll
down there
just
and she
say-
looks at the zombies and she's like, "Silas, I told you to get down here."
Ah,
Oh my god.
fine. All right,
Okay. Ready?
I'll go. Nat 20.
Ooh.
Row.
Oh.
Okay, Maynard, row.
Now I'm gonna mess up because I've had to roll 3 times. Okay, 24.
All right. You
Okay.
guys all of a sudden 1, 2, 3 row, and you guys are like jolted forward as this like very very powerful here. You're going forward. And so Mishra very deftly kind of holds onto the wheel and kind of maneuvers it, and she's like, "Okay, Endurance, go over there and help Elodia with that sail. You grab one side, Elodia, you grab the other."
All right. Got it. So I'll go
And
run over
so-
there.
So once you guys kind of begin to gain speed, let's see if Mishra can. Oh yeah. So Mishra, surprisingly, is able to kind of maneuver it through this very narrow strait. And so finally, you guys are out at the open sea. Once you're out at open sea, and she's like, "Okay, fellas, that's enough. You did a good job. Now come back up here." And so you guys are now out a good ways.
As I get up, I just kind of look over at Silas. I'm like, so why are we doing this tonight?
Practice?
Oh, well, all right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
Oh,
well, what do we do now?
I don't know where you want to go.
I presume we don't want anything to happen to the ship, so maybe turn around?
So you're telling me that I got this entire ship out of that little skinny strait, and you want me to turn
Whoa,
around and go back?
We'll just, haul anchor here and just
Haul?
chill out or whatever.
Have you ever
Drop
heard of a
anchor.
ship before, Elodia? Maybe
You know
I
what,
need to be the
actually-
captain.
You know what? Actually, no, I haven't. I've been landlocked my whole life. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't help where I was born or where I was raised. So I don't like not being on land.
Meanwhile, Endurance is just in the corner vomiting off the side of the ship because she sees
And I think Endurance agrees with me. So
it.
Isn't Endurance scared of water or something?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
factor, yes.
somehow she can turn into an octopus and that doesn't phase her. But
Different.
I said that under
So-
my breath.
Oh, okay, just kidding.
You do notice kind of on the horizon, it looks kind of out off the shore a little ways. There does seem to be kind of like a small island, or like at least some rocks popped up if you guys do wish to kind of try to conceal your ship at some place. But
Okay. Well, we can practice. Why not
Yeah, Wayne, go
head
ahead.
for that island? Is that an island, or am I that dumb?
no, Elodia, that is an island. You
Okay.
had that one right. All right, land ahoy, mateys! And so she's like, go! And so, kind of commands you guys to do the sails, however the sails need to be done. I don't know.
I lean down to Misha. I'm like, if you want to be captain, we can switch. I don't care.
I was thinking that myself. It might
Did
be
you
good to
wanna
have
do-
somebody that knows, ships and everything. if
You
we're
don't
trying
have to
fake
say it like that, but okay.
Like
you
what?
can't.
Land ahoy, mateys! so,
Oh my
so
god.
she just keeps going. You guys kind of propel your ship forward and kind of go around the other side of this island here. And it's not much to speak of. It looks like there's some trees on it. Looks like there's kind of a spot close to the water where you could perhaps dock close and then kind of take your dinghy. It's not completely just like rocks and everything. So
Well-
you guys, huh?
Don't we have provisions on the boat?
Oh yeah, if you guys want to explore the boat, you totally can. So on the base deck, it seems that there is a door that it's like a cabin door. You enter the cabin door, and it looks like there's blood in the cabin. Tonico didn't exactly do a great job of cleaning up, and you notice a finger,
prestidigitation?
I was about to say,
little finger in the corner, and you prestidigitation all that away, and so you go and you look around. It's a very nice area, very nice. It's got nice food. It seems to be well stashed. There's a really comfy bed. Like
Only one?
two beds, really comfy two
T- only-
beds.
Only two?
Only two.
Well, if you go under in the cargo hold, there's some
Can
more
we get
hammocks
4
and
beds? Can we get 4? Three beds.
there are some hammocks down there for like crew members, but it looks like there were some nicer beds for some of the more stately people.
Yeah.
So
Probably for the wealthy men. One of them, I would say.
What are you implying, Maynard?
I'm a banker, so I'd assume that, banker
Well,
would.
you can't put a delegate in the crew's quarters.
But, I mean,
I can't
We're not
believe you
banker.
guys.
you get a closer look at some of the things, and you notice that the delegate and the banker had the same last name. So take that as you will.
Interesting.
Why did you say it
This
like
is-
that?
Very interesting.
this,
How will we manage this?
Yeah, this is
Wait,
true.
who's the delegate and who did I say delegate and the wealthy
I'm
man?
a banker.
Or the banker?
You said
So
banker.
it's-
I'm the
okay, yeah.
wealthy man.
Sorry. Okay, so it was endurance and silence is funny. Oh, man. Well, anyway,
Hook
take that
around
as
her
you will.
arm. She's 3 feet taller than me, but that's fine.
Well, there you go. So anyway, so take that as you will. And the cargo hold seems to have a chest, and it looks like it has been completely cleaned out. And then just some like small food rations and like a barrel of ale. Not much else.
Interesting.
So should we name the ship? What if they ask us what our ship name is when we
Surely
dock?
the name is on the side of the
Was it? Was
bow?
there a name on the side of it? Tiamat?
No.
Oh.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, every ship should have a name.
Mishra, since you seem to be the captain, what should the ship be called?
Can I think on it for a minute?
Yes, please do.
I think this should also be a team effort, you know?
Yes, democracy.
I agree.
Oh, I didn't know that.
SS Bullship. Because there was just that bull man. No?
Do you want me with you?
I don't
What
know if
about-
that will command the respect we want.
Uncharted, since we're from the Glass Shard Islands.
Okay.
Uncharted Sea.
Well, at least you can
Um,
take that a different way. Like, it's not.
Oh my god.
The,
Oh,
fly-
Is this a yes?
the Flying Seaman.
Mm.
Interesting.
I'm having trouble thinking of too many things, you know, but I think we have some good
Trouble.
options.
I mean,
I
We
think
can
should
think
call
on it.
I think we should call it the SS Percy, but instead of CY, it's SEA.
Oh, that's
oh,
That's clever.
Hmm.
very clever.
Mm.
I like that
Clever.
better than another option.
I like that. I think that's good. Oh,
Oh,
I have an idea. The SS Buddy.
oh, that's just emotional.
I-
That's just-
I think we should do that.
But wait, what? Oh, yeah, I
I
guess
like the bullshit more.
it does have a good ring to it. I will say.
The bullship. I like that one too, but you know,
SS Buddy.
Whatever. the SS Buddy Jones.
I don't know. Maybe we sleep on it and then.
The SS
perfect.
Mishra Jones.
Oh,
Wait,
oh,
it's-
What? I'm just combining our names to make it cooler. Duh, guys.
Mm.
Me-
Why is
should
it
Put
just?
brains together.
I think that ship has sailed. No pun intended.
SS Buddy
Oh,
Theory
gosh.
could have also.
He's in turn.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mishra.
Turn.
Right there. It was right there. I couldn't. It's the nausea. It's the nausea. I'm not normally like.
I'm gonna go back to the captain's helm.
Yeah.
So you watch her just go back up to the captain's helm and just lean over the side of the boat.
Hmm. I think she misses Buddy.
I'm gonna go follow. I'm gonna go check on
Yeah,
Mishra.
I mean, to be fair, it was supposed to be a joke, but yeah, I think.
But insurance.
I'm sorry, we're on a ship. There's no
It
better
was so uncalled for.
on a ship.
So uncalled for.
On a ship. Uh,
She's
well,
been through a lot.
she has been through a lot. We all have been through a lot.
Perception check.
Okay.
Oh god,
Oh, did she run away?
freaking knew. Oh, it's always when she runs away. I swear.
2!
15.
Oh.
What did she say?
20.
20.
15.
20.
2.
Oh. Savannah can see sounds.
Savannah.
Yeah.
You
Ignorant.
notice that
Fine.
there is a little light on the island. It
Oh,
looks
dear.
like
Oh.
there's a little light at the top. It's a little bigger than you anticipated, and there's like a little shack with a light at the top.
So, jokes aside, is anybody else noticing that little light on the island there that we're getting closer to?
I think I do now.
Are we a little concerned about that? Being we thought this was like an uninhabited island?
I mean, they can't do much.
I mean, I'm sure we've said that before, and then it's turned out to be something crazy. Being we're trying to
I
be like
really
low
don't.
profile.
So what? We go and silence them? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I was
They're
just
just
saying that
minding their own business.
Yeah. Why do we have to go and then investigate?
they might not like it if we mind their own business next to where they're minding their own business. Some people are weird about that. I mean,
I mean, if you want to go, if you want to fly over there, can you turn into flying stuff yet?
I could swim, but I can't fly.
Percy could go fly over there and give me feedback. I can
Okay. Maybe send Percy. Just I want to make sure that this isn't like some sort of, I don't know, trap we're sailing into. Not that it would be, but you never know.
How
Percy
big
do
is
a
this
flyby?
island?
It's not that big. It's kind of just like a coastline, a small coastline, and like a cliff that juts up, and like a little path that goes from the bottom of the coast up to the top, where there's like a few trees. You know, it's Skyrim, where there's like sometimes some little islands with like a little fort at the top or a little house at the top or something. It's like that. It's not huge.
Can Percy just do a flyby?
Sure, if he wants to.
Like
Zoom
go
up.
up there? Okay. So I'm gonna go and tell Percy to check out the light. But
Yeah.
you know. And he's got
So-
dark vision.
That's
Oh.
right. So you send Percy, and as Percy kind of flies over, this is what Percy sees. He notices that this seems to be like a small, just homestead. It looks like they have a bunch of dried fish strung out to dry on some lines outside this little shack. Essentially, it is a very small, rudimentary home, but it looks like there is some smoke coming off the top. Looks like they have a couple like secondary buildings, like a little smokehouse, little outhouse, whatever. Wood chopping, things like that. Just looks like a little cozy homestead. And as we'll say, Percy kind of flies down and is next to one of the windows. He kind of looks through and he sees an older, toned, yet older woman. Her skin is dark, leathered from the sun. Just kind of at work, skinning some fish in her home.
Okay. So he flies back.
Yeah.
And tells me all that. Okay.
Yep.
And then I relay that to the rest of the party. And I said, I don't think it's anything we need to be concerned about.
Oh, doesn't sound like it. But you know, I don't want to just. Should we introduce ourselves?
Well, we're not like right on the coast. I mean,
Okay.
we're just kind of present. She probably sees ships stalk by here from time to time.
Maybe so. Okay. Well, I will say we should keep one eye open tonight. Just you never know. But
Oh, definitely. Of course.
all right, then we won't worry about it unless we need
Maybe
to.
we could introduce ourselves just to.
I mean, I feel
Every
like-
time we introduce ourselves, something leads to another.
but
Like
I
you
think
give a
like,
mouse a cookie.
I don't know. It would be less ominous, maybe. Ugh, I don't know. I mean, is nighttime correct? Like it's like
Mhm.
night out.
I say let's wait till morning at least. Like she's probably about to go to bed. It'd probably scare her if strangers came up now when it's dark.
True. I agree. Wait till dawn or so, and maybe go say hello. Bring her a gift or food or something to show that we mean no harm. I don't know. Something. We do kind of look intimidating. Sort of. I mean, you know.
We've got a 19-year-old as our captain. I don't know how.
I mean,
I'm 20.
I mean, the rest, like, to the person that doesn't know me, I'm a little scary looking. So I've been told. No,
You're also mean.
Listen, Mishra, it was a
Mishra.
joke, and under normal circumstances, you would
Oh
have.
yeah, that was mean ignorance. You should.
It was a joke. It was a
Yeah.
joke.
Hey guys, can we just calm down? We're good. Let's just.
Oh.
It's getting late.
For once, it isn't me starting
And
off.
we can just have someone maybe keep watch in shifts and just kind of watch the ladders or make sure no one's getting on the boat.
I'll take first watch because I think I need to go throw up again. So I'm.
How good of a watchman?
Just on the side of the boat again.
She's not gonna see anything. Okay.
She has dark vision. She can still see past her nausea, sort of. She's fine.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
guys are splitting up into watches and you're going to sleep, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So you guys kind of split up your watches and everything accordingly to let's see who's first. Okay,
Endurance.
Endurance is first. Who's next?
I guess I'll be next.
I
Okay.
could go, but I can't see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
me
be
too,
next
either.
then.
Okay, so Little nominates herself also for a watch whatever. So you guys kind of all line up for your watches and everything.
Why are you echoing?
Yeah, you're
Oh,
echoing.
Oh, wait, how did this just start?
I heard it.
Ah!
I heard
Are we
the
good
other
now?
I
side.
was echoing.
Are we good now?
It was.
Does that work?
Did that work?
No.
Go.
Hold on. Okay. So you guys all kind of assemble the watches. Let's do endurance. Go ahead and roll. Who's sleeping where? Mishra takes a spot downstairs.
I'm gonna stay upstairs. Just I don't like enclosed spaces, so I'm not going down to the deck.
Okay.
I want
mean-
bed.
I'll just use
Maynard?
my pack or my sleeping bag, whatever.
Maynard?
Is anyone else claiming the other bed?
No.
I will take it.
Wait, Little, actually.
Ah, no.
She's probably on the foot of it or whatever, just like
Yeah.
curled.
Liddy. Little is curled up at the end of the
Probably
bed.
doing some biscuits.
Yeah. uh-huh.
Yes.
Her evening biscuit making. Uh-huh.
Exactly.
I guess I'll find one of the hammocks then.
For Maynard. Downgraded.
So Maynard and Mishra downstairs, Silas and Little upstairs, Elodia on the deck, and Endurance over her, watching everything.
Yes.
So Mishra goes to settle down, and she's like, "Maynard, did you think that was mean what Endurance said about me?"
Yes, it was pretty mean.
Yeah.
I know, from what I gather, it seems like you miss Buddy.
I mean, just like
As-
everybody else does, you know.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, I miss him too.
Yeah.
He was very nice and he helped us out a lot. We'll miss him, but it sounds like we may run into him again. Just needs to go find his family.
You really think we're gonna run into him again?
Sure, we've covered a lot of ground already. Why not?
Yeah, you're right. He was just so nice to me all the time, you know?
Yeah, he's very nice. He was nice to me. He's easy to get along with.
Yeah. Anyway, good night. She rolls over, goes sleep.
night.
Elodia and Endurance are out on the deck.
Yes. Endurance is slightly less nauseous now. She's kind of like watching and just kind of like holding herself, like feeling kind of gross still. But
Endurance, I'm sorry. I can't help but notice, like, why do you feel obligated to say certain things at the least inappropriate time? Like, this isn't, like, what you said to Mishra isn't the first time this has happened. It happened with Ratman.
to be fair, if one is to say a ship pun, one being on a ship helps that
I'm not
a
bringing it
lot.
up.
So I was not trying to be mean. I thought she'd be like, "Oh, ha!" But then obviously experience. I don't know whatever she's experiencing. Well, I have.
You've
lost.
never fallen in love before.
Not really. Not in the normal. I've had a lot of stuff happen to me. I haven't really had time to, I guess. Been too busy moving around. And I mean, look at me.
Okay.
Nobody really wants to, yeah.
Well, that's
So-
besides the point. But have you ever cared about somebody a lot to where if they did leave, and if somebody were to make a joke about that, would that not be just a little insensitive?
I mean, certainly. But I guess I unfortunately do use humor as a coping mechanism sometimes. And I sometimes also forget that not everybody uses humor as a coping mechanism sometimes. So.
It's not humor. I mean, there are really funny ship puns. Like, I mean, the bullshit and the seaman. I mean, honestly, I was kind of chuckling just a little bit. I know it's hard to tell, but I mean, those kind of got me. But when it involves people that we care about, it's going a little too far. There's a line. Do you not agree with that?
Listen, I was just trying to lighten the mood. Obviously, that did not work. I now regret my shit pun that was, at the time, perfectly timed, but I now see was slightly uncalled for. So if I could say go back in time and retract said pun, I would. But I will say, I don't know. It just,
Okay.
I
Well,
didn't mean any harm by it.
Okay, I understand that. From here on out, try not to use Buddy as the butt end of a joke. Okay.
I mean, I'm trying not to. That wasn't the. I was just telling her that the ship had literally sailed. Like, he's gone. Not dead.
But
He
that
was.
can be
Oh God, this is going worse.
Anyway, that literally, I wasn't meaning any harm by it. There was no negative intent.
Not
Mishra
dead, as far as we
really,
know.
Mishra really liked Buddy. If you could not tell,
Well, yeah, but
he really liked him. He was part of her dream castle brothel. Okay.
so is Silas. I mean, like, there were multiple people involved there, so it wasn't exactly
But she
monogamous.
was-
But he
Okay,
was the
okay.
main hoe.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
let's
Maybe
Well,
kinda
who's
go-
to say,
let's-
really?
let's kind of go back, Endurance. Let's just kind of go back.
Okay.
Who is, and she hasn't been really
No.
close to me recently. She's been more close to who? Who has she always been kind of tagging along with and going on little misadventures with?
I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Listen, again,
Okay, so
I-
this is what I understand. You get it now.
yes, I get it.
I would probably apologize to her. Okay.
I will definitely speak to her. about
Okay.
it and
No more buddy ships sailing.
no more.
No.
more. No, I will not mention that again. In
Oh.
fact, I think the word ship might just exit my vocabulary for the next 2 days, just to be
That
safe.
I would maybe buddy too, just to be on the safe side.
All right, I can do that.
Okay. All right. How are you doing this?
I'm a little
You're
nauseous.
throwing up.
I'm
Okay.
a little nauseous. I'm not doing great, but I can see. And yeah, I know there's water around me, which is not great. But yeah, normally I would be like a dolphin by now, but I'm a little paranoid about everything
Meanwhile,
that's going on.
Dolphin.
So, do what?
I'd be a dolphin right now, but
I mean, I'm a little
oh
paranoid.
my gosh.
I mean, what
Well,
if she's a hunter? You never know. I mean, damn.
maybe sitting down would help or something.
I am sitting down. She's just like squatting like this.
Okay. Well.
I'm trying. I'm working it here. It's fine. It's fine. That's why I took first shift. I'm probably not going to get any sleep anyway. But again, maybe this is some good desensitizing training for me. I don't know. Never been a huge fan of water.
Okay. All right.
Meanwhile, Silas is in his room trying to
Yes.
go to sleep, and the cat is at the end of the other bed, kind of making biscuits, and eventually
Oh, I
kind
forgot
of
about
settles
that.
down. Yeah, little kind of settles down, curls up into her ball, and goes me, and goes to sleep. And so, meanwhile, Silas, you're left alone staring at the ceiling with your thoughts as your tummy kind of turns with the waves. So you're sitting there looking up at the ceiling, and all
Don't
of a
speak
sudden,
for my tummy.
all of a sudden you see like a smoke kind of come from the ceiling and fall towards you, and a face presents itself from the ceiling
Oh.
with a mask, and he looks down at you and kind of tilts his head side to side, and he's just like, what on earth is going on here?
I mean, we're working on collecting information about the houses.
And he almost like creeps out of the smoke, like pulls his body out and like
Oh,
creeps
that-
out of it.
That's so
Like
creepy.
it's more uncomfortable than what you've seen him do before. And he kind of like crawls on the ceiling and kind of does like a back bend down the side of the wall and perches himself on a dresser next to the bed. And he crosses his legs and leans forward and says, God, these people are so annoying. Are you sure you don't want me to do something about this, Silas?
I think that we're making progress. Think that they're pretty serviceable. To completing this mission. Like, I think we're on track for now.
Good. This is of the utmost importance. Truly. By the way, you've been rather missed at the palace.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, if you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. And
Very
by the
well.
way, he kind of tosses you a little bag forward. And he said, "This may help with your little party."
Okay. Celis looks in the bag.
It's just some dust. It kind of has a little sparkle to it.
Ask what is this?
Just a little extra illusion to help you out. I don't know if I quite trust the brewmaster's potion.
That makes sense. Thank
He
you.
looks smart enough, but just a little something on the side. If you find that the potion is adequate, save it for a rainy day.
Thank you.
And you watch as he kind of crawls his way back into his little smoke pit in the ceiling and disappears. And all of a sudden you hear, "God, that was weird." And it's like your ring kind of glowing.
Oh my god.
And she's just like, "Does he always do that?"
No, I think he was just in a exorcisty mood today.
Weird. Anyway,
Yes.
it's been a while since it's been just me and you, Silas.
Well, I mean, I suppose it's just been me and you most of this time. No?
Well, since we've had a chat,
Yeah.
how are you doing? You okay?
I'm all right. I'm fine, I suppose.
You've been through a lot lately.
This not having Buddy in the party anymore sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah. How are you doing about learning about your lineage?
Just makes me want to figure all this stuff out. That way
Yeah.
maybe we can get closer to those answers.
Yeah. I hope so too, for your sake.
You
Anyway.
enjoying the show?
Of course I am. I always enjoy the show. This is more interesting than sitting in that stupid shop. I'm glad you're such interesting people. I could have gotten some loser.
Yeah. But you got Silas, it's how we do.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed you guys are pretty strong too. So if ever one day you want to figure out how to get me the heck out of here, if it's possible, that'd be pretty cool too. I understand that might be low priority, but if you're ever interested,
Like, you mean not just me breaking this?
Oh,
and
well,
setting you free?
if you do that, that would actually kill me. But maybe put my soul back into a body, perhaps.
Right,
I noticed that you've got
how about that one?
lots of bodies. Yeah, see, I just don't know if I could put myself into that body. So, just maybe we could think about that or some ways to, figure this out. Particularly a hot body. I mean, I hate to toot my own horn here, but I mean, I was pretty hot, before I died and whatever. So,
Naturally occurring, or
what is that supposed to mean? I was naturally pretty hot.
no, I meant your death.
Oh.
This, oh.
Sorry, I get you now.
I misspeak sometimes.
Yeah, you do. Anyway, yeah, it wasn't exactly naturally occurring. It was kind of an accident.
How's that?
Yeah, some could say I dabbled in magic from time to time. Yeah, I accidentally blew myself up. Not very pretty.
Oh,
Yeah,
hate to see that.
I was actually in a fight, a big fight. Some might call it a war. Actually, I try not to think about those days, but
You were in a war and you blew yourself up.
I wasn't very well prepared. But I was a protege. It's just I was a little untrained. Anyway, point is, I don't like to talk about those days, but I was very beautiful back at the time. I was in one piece.
Well, if I Well, no, I suppose we would have to figure out how to get you out first and then find a hot body
Preferred.
somehow. Anyway. All right.
Just
Well,
think on it, you know.
Okay. Always a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, you too. All right, so that is watch 1. You guys cycle out for watch 2. Watch 2 goes by uneventfully, and watch 3, it kind of gets to be early morning, and you notice that who's watch 3? Who did we say watch 3 was? We'll say Mishra, I guess. Watch 3. I think I said
Sure
little,
can't
but we need
see.
somebody.
She can't see.
Oh yeah, somebody. Okay. Silas, watch 3. Silas is up. He's very groggy and angrily sitting on the deck as he's watching the sun sort of come up. And so you watch as somebody exits the shack and kind of goes to go about the morning wood cutting, whatever. And you notice that the individual sees your ship and is kind of like sitting there staring at the ship, and sees you on the ship and kind of waves an arm.
Hello.
And she just kind of looks at you and motions like she says, and kind of goes back in her hut.
What a pleasant morning.
And that's that.
Okay.
And morning draws to an open, and you all awaken.
Oh, what do we do today? We have a whole day. We're just gonna sit here on the ship.
Endurance is just kind of slumped over the
We
side.
could go swimming. And I kind of look at Misha like if that would spark anything.
She's a little downcast right now. I'm hungry though.
I think we have food in the stores of this boat. You want to go check it out with me?
You know what? Actually, I'm not that hungry.
At this, Endurance is gonna kind of like pull herself off the side of the boat, which you can tell she's like been slumped in this position for a long time. Like her clothes are kind of stuck to it, and she kind of walks over and she's like, "Look, Mishra, I'm very sorry for what I said to you yesterday. I did not mean to offend you or make you upset or bring back not pleasant memories. I just say stupid things when I'm not feeling well, I guess. So yeah, I didn't mean anything by it, for the record."
Why would my feelings be hurt about anything?
Yeah.
There's no reason for that. But thanks for your apology anyway, though.
Yeah, totally. She's gonna kind of stagger back over to the side of the boat and just like plonk her head on the side of it.
I'm gonna go check for some food and also nausea medicine.
Thanks.
All right. What do I
Um,
find?
Are we gonna go on this island or what? Or no?
I would love to be on land, for the record.
Oh. Okay, so Elodia goes hunting for stuff. Elodia, you find some like bread, but some of it has been kind of invaded by critters. It's okay though. You find some like pickled fish. You pop open the barrel and it smells ripe, but they are pickled fish. And then you have some ale.
Is there any nausea medicine?
They left the Dramamine at home, homie.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
I like close everything and go back and I say, well, I would probably prefer eating something on land because this stuff doesn't look that great. I don't think it'll help with Endurance's nausea for sure. So
Cool.
Silas, did you see anything this morning? You think
just the woman at the top of the cliff.
Did
Hopped
she
out
see
and
us?
Just checked us out.
Okay.
We just waved. It was
All right.
nice.
Well, I mean, I guess we
Pleasant.
could like check, maybe go catch some fish or something. As we're going out there, Endurance can get her her land legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Alrighty. So you guys depart. Yay. Nay.
Yeah.
Yay!
Okay. So you guys let your anchor down, and you guys load up on your little dinghy and you row to shore. And as you row to shore, you notice that the woman kind of has also seen you rowing, and meets you kind of on the side of the incline. And she's about midway up, and she is sitting there with a axe kind of over her shoulder. And so, as you hop onto the seashore, she looks at you and she says, "Ahoy there!"
Ahoy!
Ahoy!
Hey.
What do you folks be doing on my island?
We were wondering if we could get fresh supplies before we head out to our next port. So, and this one, and I gestured towards.
Close. You're pretty close to Samrid. Why aren't you over there?
Oh, because we're heading out to sea, you see, and we did not take stock of our inventory correctly, and now we don't want to go back and potentially be fired from.
Do a deception with disadvantage.
Oh,
This is bad.
God.
Why are we lying?
Ew!
Not a bunch of liars.
Fibber.
No reason to.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody can say anything about endurance.
Unprovoked.
You guys call Silas untruthful.
Impulsive
I'm saying.
liar.
What'd you get? Deception with disadvantage.
I'm trying. Yeah.
Yeah.
A 4.
Oh, God.
Okay,
Oh.
she looks at you and takes her axe and puts it in her hand, and she's like, "Now, why would you just say something like that? That doesn't even make sense."
I don't know. We've been.
Sorry. Elodia! Hold on. And endurance is kind of going to stagger
No,
up. a little bit.
whoa! I don't think you're the
Wait,
one who should be saying anything. Silence.
She
fix
kind of
this.
takes a step back from you
Listen,
guys.
listen. The truth of the matter is, I am violently seasick right now. Nobody here is wanting to admit that because, I value my pride, but I literally could not spend another second on that boat without completely losing it, so I kind of just wanted to stand here for a little bit and get used to it again. She's going to kind of lean against the rock and be like, oh. So, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Again, my friend here was just trying to spare my ego, which is already beyond damaged. So it's fine, really. It's fine.
Would also like to purchase a meal, if possible. We actually are hungry.
How was I lying when I said we wanted to refresh our supplies?
We're not gonna get fired from somewhere that we don't work.
Actually, we could.
I mean, technically.
I'm lying. Gosh.
It's just a general persuasion right now. Yeah, do
Okay.
persuasion. Collectively here, between Endurance and
Collective.
Maynard, let's say.
Ooh, that's not
Endurance
bad.
and Maynard.
Not personal.
I
Man,
got-
throw me in the mix.
15.
Okay.
So technically, if you roll a natural 1 on a skill check, it is not an automatic failure. So I got
Oh.
a 5.
I got 15. So.
But that being said, I rolled a natural 1.
Oh!
No. I'm just joking that
Oh,
Maynard
okay.
just did that. Okay. Silas, what'd you do?
Oh, I'm not actually contributing. I want to see how
Okay,
this
cool.
plays out.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys, the average between you two is the exact same thing that she got. So let's say this. She says,
Meets it, beats it.
Ooh.
so she says, okay, I'll let you in for a meal. How much you willing to pay?
Is there not a standard price?
depends how standard you want the meal.
Do you have a menu?
She kind of chuckles a little. She's like, no, I don't have a menu in my own home.
Oh, there's not a tavern here.
Oh my god.
She kind of looks at you like, oh, who is this idiot? And she's just like,
I'm not gonna say anything because I just
I got fish. I got some root vegetables. I can
Well,
make a stew, fish
you
stew.
You don't have to cook for us. We could just purchase some fish from you.
Do you have any ginger by chance? Like ginger root?
Actually, I would.
If I could just have a little bit of that, I can make a tea and I will be feeling much better.
Well, why don't I am gonna take pity on you folks. Also, I got another traveler in there right now, so why don't you guys come on in?
Thank you. Appreciated.
So you guys kind of walk up and you begin approaching the door, and as you do, quick, hold up. What is going on here?
Ow.
What the heck?
my cactus.
You
just
begin
has-
approaching the
Oh,
door.
Oh my goodness.
No!
I cannot escape him.
You open the door, and there,
Wait,
sitting at the table,
It's
with his
Minty.
little map out, you see Minty
My god.
with the little meal
Everywhere.
sitting at the thing.
Minty. long
And he
time no
looks up at
see.
you. He looks up at you and he's just like, oh
You gotta
god,
be
these
kidding
guys
me.
again.
What do you know? Okay.
Guys, Minty has always had good stuff. Why are we always displeased to see him?
So
Darn right,
you-
I always got good stuff. But Mr.
Yeah, you're
Metalhead
like one-
over there is such a
No,
melon head.
Minty. Minty, that's uncalled
You
for.
watch your mouth.
Oh god, we're in this. Let's be
Little
civil.
twig.
Let's be civil. We're
And he
in.
puts down his map. He's like, "What you call me?"
No,
Little twig.
Maynard.
No,
I bet
Oh,
you
no.
your map looks
No.
terrible.
I'm like,
Oh.
Map
gonna-
probably doesn't look good. I could probably make a better map than that.
Maynard.
God,
Maynard.
in somebody's
Really?
house.
What
I'm
is
sorry, what's
that?
happening?
I don't know, Silas. You tell me.
Maynard or Minty like slams his little map down and stands up on the table, and he's like 3 feet tall, and he stands up on the table and his little eyes glow just a bit, and he's like, "If you call me Twig one more
Min-
time,
Min-
I
Minty.
swear." And so
Minty.
the lady like steps between, and she's like, whoa, I take it that you guys know each other?
Yes.
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh,
We're actually probably Minty's like most valuable customers because we've gotten stuff from him on
Lot.
multiple occasions.
Yep.
So.
Mm-hmm.
oh
Mhm.
man. Well, Minty seems to be a pretty good salesman. I appreciated that he came by when he did.
Yeah.
I needed a
He's
few
got the
items.
best stuff. I'm saying.
He's got interesting goods, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I was glad to provide him a meal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
so-
And I kind of look at Maynard like, you need to calm down just a little.
So rude, and it drives me insane.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But we're in someone's house.
We don't need to do this right now, especially when
No.
I just bought something up. So let's just.
Yeah, let's.
So Minty, like the lady kind of, and Minty kind of sits down but ceases making eye contact with Maynard. It's kind of like that awkward scene in Shrek 2 when everybody's at dinner. And
Oh.
Minty and Maynard are just like,
Oh my god.
Anyway, we would, love to purchase some food from you if you wouldn't mind. We didn't get your name though. To the
"Oh,
lady,
Lara,
Lara.
Lara.
It's a
Lara.
pleasure to meet you.
Yes.
nice to meet you too."
Anyway, so like ginger root would be fantastic. Also,
Yeah.
some fish, maybe.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
take care of that. You want a pretty good sized fish? I got some pretty good sized fish.
You got them salted.
Oh yeah,
Gotta preserve these bad boys.
I
you know.
do. I sure
All
do.
right.
Smoked. I got smoked.
Ooh.
What type of hooks do you use, perchance? I mean,
Big ones. The big ones about this size. The barb.
so you go
kinds.
deep sea fishing.
That's right. It's my specialty. It's what I used to do out on the ships.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
And you can see that her arms are pretty well tatted up. She's kind of got like a headscarf wrapped around her head, and her outfit, like linen shirt, is pretty like sea salty looking.
Elodio respects
Right.
anybody who forages/hunts for their living, so he's impressed by this woman for sure.
Yep.
Everyone likes that. Elodia liked that.
Oh,
Anyway, so she kind of goes and she's like, I'll be back in a second. Try not to cut each other's throats. So that leaves you, the gang, and Minty just sitting there.
Minty, what wares do you have this time?
And without breaking eye contact with Maynard, he pulls his backpack off of his person and sets it down. And you can see that he has a good bit of mushrooms in there, actually. They look to be the
God.
same type of mushrooms that kid gave him. And so, because that was the last time you saw him, actually.
Yeah, was
so
in the
he's like,
caves.
he starts just making eye contact and putting things on the table. And so you see he has a mystery potion, as usual. This one is kind of rainbow colored. You don't know what that does. Kind of like an oil slick. You see a little pouch of mushrooms. And let's see. Let us see what wares Minty has. Okay, generate. Let's see what fun things he has. Oh, what the crap? Okay, hold on.
You have 1,236 gold.
That's a lot.
We do have possibly some stuff to sell.
Okay. He has a. Alright. Scroll of Speak with Dead. A Vicious Great Axe. A Wand of Paralysis. A Scimitar of Life Stealing. Scroll of Planar Binding. And Aquamarine
Gosh.
Gemstone. And a +1 short bow.
Can you repeat the first few things again?
Scimitar of Life Stealing, Scroll of Planar Binding, Scroll of Speak with Dead, Vicious Great Axe, Wand of Paralysis, and a +1 short bow, and
What is
an
a
aquamarine
vicious great axe?
gemstone. Let me look.
Vicious.
Vicious Great Axe.
What's so vicious about this great axe?
Okay, vicious weapon. When you roll a 20 on your attack roll with this magic weapon, and the target takes an extra 7 damage to the weapon's type.
Jesus.
What else?
I mean,
I feel like I'm good.
I'm
I'm
good.
good with
yeah.
this. Speaking with dead. Got that
Yeah,
covered.
that sounds. Oh, you
Ah.
okay?
Thank you, Minty.
Hold on.
You don't want the
Oh.
Scimitar of Life Stealing?
I'm not good with swords.
Not either.
Sword's a little small for me. I think.
Maynard. Okay.
Oh yeah, we get it. Meh.
Mishra, I kind of like look at me and being like, Mishra, did you see anything that was kind of
I want the potion.
Which potion now?
The rainbow one.
Mincy, how much is the rainbow potion?
45 gold.
I kind of like lean into Silas. I'm like, Silas, you think you could haggle? Make it a little
Well, the
lower.
45 gold is a bit expensive for our purposes.
Try to do a persuasion with disadvantage because he's pissed.
Oh no.
With disadvantage?
Mhm.
I see. Okay, well the first one was a nat 20. And the second one's a 3. Which makes 10, you know?
He looks at you and he says, 30 gold.
Well, all right.
Can we
Okay.
can we buy the potion, Maynard?
Bought the potion.
Oh, okay.
Sure,
Financial advisor Maynard.
of course. How much was it?
30.
30 gold.
And what is it? Rainbow potion?
Mystery potion.
Okay. Right now in the bag of holding, we have a weird purple potion that we don't know what it does.
But the
We
rainbow
have a-
potion was for Mishra.
We have a green potion that we don't know what it does, and a yellow potion we don't know what it does. Now we have a rainbow potion.
Well, Mishra can hang on to the rainbow one.
Yeah, that one's for me.
Mishra, I would
Okay.
advise you not to drink this though.
Mark it in her inventory. Emma. Or should I mark it in the bag?
Yeah.
Oh my
She'll
god.
just remember it's on her person. Just you mark it in the bag though.
Okay.
Thanks. I just didn't want to pull the sheet out. Thanks. Okay.
All right.
So she sits down. It's the Lara comes back in and she's like, throws some fish together in a bag for you. And she's like, "Well, where are you folks from?"
Oh, pretty diverse places. So,
I saw the glass shard symbol. You from the islands?
yeah.
We are?
Deception check.
Oh god.
But we do it as a group
we are.
effort. We're
Try
trying to
to.
keep our cover.
12.
Dag.
Just keep lying, guys.
God.
What are we gonna say? We actually work for a house Tondigo?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm totally from that island.
What'd you guys get?
I got 12.
We're island boys.
Island boy.
All right. Cool. She looks at you and she says, "Yeah, right.
Okay.
You guys don't
we're-
look anything like the glass shards."
Well,
Where
what do
you
the glass
actually
shards?
from?
Oh.
Yeah, what did the glass shards look like exactly? Because
Oh,
you guys don't
no.
know.
Well, I'm just saying, like, kind of sarcastically, like, well, what do you think the glass shards look like?
She kind of leans her head forward and she's like, "They don't exactly sound like you either."
Well, we are recent immigrants, you could say.
So you're gonna keep lying to me. Okay.
We are on
We'll see how that goes.
thing. We can say,
We're mercenaries, okay?
yeah. And there's
All
certain
right.
things we have to keep kind of quiet. Like, we
Yeah,
can't-
we're trying here. This is kind of our first mission.
yeah, we're really,
We're
yeah.
struggling.
Who you
We're
working
struggling
for?
here.
struggling.
Why
Because
is
We
that
also have some
important?
compulsive liars, so it's a little bit.
Yeah, we're trying.
Don't worry, I already know the answer. It's time to go.
Well,
Right?
I
Yeah,
didn't say that.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Mhm.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I saw the ship get boarded a few weeks ago. Sorry, days. It was days. A few days ago. Yeah. I saw the ship get boarded a few days ago by one of their ships.
So why'd you ask then?
See if you'd lie again.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're trying to keep this in the down low so that we don't like get into any trouble.
So you're mercenaries from a far off place, doing dealings with the great houses of Samrid. What in the world would possess you to get into something like that?
It's a bit of a long story.
Yeah, really long story actually.
What
got
are your
time.
What are your opinions on the houses?
Yeah, what?
What are my opinions? I think they're both full of shit. I mean,
Oh,
as a
some
former-
strong sentiment.
Well, sure. I mean, I was a sailor for a long time. And I mean, I used to do dealings in Samrid all the time. I mean, lived there, worked there, but all of their houses and their blood money and their feuds for power killed it for me, you know? So I decided to come out here where it was just me, my ocean, and my fish.
And us.
And
Yeah.
some travelers sometimes, yep.
Yep. It's a nice little island you have. It's very quiet. Love to hear the creature screaming every 2 seconds.
Oh, I hear it from time to time, but it's not as bad out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So how often do you converse with people from Semred?
Not frequently. I have friends sometimes, but I try to stay out of that city as much as I can. It's changed, but not much to do about that. So, why are you here again? Samrid, that is?
Well,
we're
go
we're
ahead.
looking for somebody who has ties to Samrid.
May I ask who you're looking for?
What makes you think you would know them?
I've lived in the city. I might know a few things. Maybe I don't. I don't talk to any of those people anymore, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Insight check.
Go for it.
do it.
3.
Yeah, I failed.
Here, I'll try.
I'll try as well.
I'm rolling great, y'all.
Uh,
12.
I'm proficient in wisdom. Hold on.
I also
Oh.
can't remember the name. So
Sheldrake.
Drake.
Sheldrake.
I have gold. 14.
She seems pretty truthful, guys. Like she's
Okay.
actually inquiring.
She couldn't
Well-
like.
have you ever heard of Sheldrake?
Sheldrake. You know what? That name does sound kind of familiar. Sailor? Sheldrake? Right?
It could be.
Oh, so you don't know who Sheldrake is,
No,
genuinely.
we're just
We
looking
just
for
know
Sheldrake.
he's from Samra.
Oh.
We have a name and that's it.
Yeah, the only Sheldrake I ever knew was a sailor. Long time
Samrid?
ago. Yeah, from Samrid. Wasn't from Samrid originally, I don't believe, but would frequent one of those other ships from I don't remember where it was. Probably Laranai or something, I don't know.
So,
Yes?
is he affiliated with any of the houses?
I don't think so. I just met him sometimes in passing. He's probably, I mean, very old now. I mean, you know what? I think his ship went down. Yeah, about I guess it'd be 8 or 9 years ago, if not longer. It's been a while.
Do you know the name of his ship?
Ah, man. I don't know if I remember quite that, but I just remember that particular ship, Sheldrake was a pretty good man. I liked him. Yeah. Was on land a good bit, you know. I'd see him and some of the gang at the tavern. You know, we'd exchange old sea stories, things like that.
But as
Which
far
you
as
know
you know,
what?
he's
I remember where he was from. I remember. It was because his look was so peculiar. I mean, I guess he looked like most people, but he was a human. You know, real dark hair. He had an accent. The islands. He was from the islands. You know, like all those Crojan types like that.
an island boy.
Yeah. He was a damn good sailor. Certainly.
So what made his ship go down?
Well, I heard rumors. Some people said it was a monster. Some people said it was a tempest. Weren't really any survivors, but they just never returned. They sent another ship from their port of call, their next port of call, to try to figure out what happened, and so we all just decided it went down somewhere.
Interesting.
You don't think there's any chance he could have survived?
I doubt it. It's been many years, like I said.
Do you know where his ship went down?
Yeah, I mean, somewhere between here and the Crystal Shard Islands, but like I said, it's been a very, very long time.
Hmm.
So why exactly are you looking for Sheldrake, some dead man?
We were just given a name and a location.
As we said, we're mercenaries.
Yeah.
We're not given enough details, just names.
I see. So you were given names of a dead man. Do I assume come and kill him?
I guess
Not
so.
Don't
necessarily.
entirely know.
Yeah. Who knows?
We were just supposed to find him.
To find a dead man.
We didn't know he was dead.
No. Yeah.
So
knew.
what? Some family member trying to find him after all these years? What's going on?
I don't know. We're not supposed to know.
How odd. I would have thought they would have given up hope after this many years.
No, his family?
He didn't have family here. Or at least, none that he would care to claim. A lot of those sailors, ended up having families, at their different ports of call. If you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Did he have any hair?
I mean, who's to say? A lot of them did.
He wasn't in on any nefarious deeds, or no one was after him, were they?
No, he was a right and true sailor. Funny guy from what I remember.
Now, where
Did
is this,
he? Oh, sorry, Maynard.
Where is this tavern that you speak of? You would all get together.
Oh, some shithole in Tondigo, run by a rat man. I wonder if that place is still there.
Oh, it is.
Oh, yep.
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 It is.
Oh God, they should have shut that place down a long time ago.
Yeah. They should have. Totally.
You wouldn't know if Sheldrake, like, who did he exactly work for? Or was he his own independent kind of
Nope.
merchant?
He was a sailor. Where were they from? I used to write diaries and whatnot. Let me see if I can find anything on it. Guys, I feel like this information I'm giving you is kind of valuable. I don't value coin, but I could value some labor in exchange for some information,
What type of labor?
Well, you see there's this fish. Keeps evading me. Very big fish. I can't exactly
Always a
haul it
bigger
up on
fish.
my own.
Hmm.
So, if you would help me catch this king of the sea, I like to call him, I'll give you what you want.
How would you recommend catching him?
Well, I already have a hook made up. And so she kind of goes over to the side, and you see this giant, it looks like a fire poker that has been bent into the shape of a hook.
Oh
And
my
so
word.
attached with like this rope. And she said, here's my hook. He's already broken 2. This is the 3rd. I just can't go on. I can't haul it up by myself. I have to tie part of it to a tree, and I cast it over the cliff. And he comes along, snaps it right off before I can pull it all the way up. I can't pull this. I need some help. As much as I hate to say it. Minty here doesn't exactly look like he's good for strength. And
No,
Minty
he's
just
not.
kind of is like,
Oh, God.
anyway, he just frowns big.
Oh, she
Well-
froze.
No, can you see me?
You froze, Emma.
No.
Frozen.
Am I good?
Uh-oh.
What'd you say?
No.
He just does
Yeah,
big
you're
frown.
good now.
He just does big frown. Minty does
Mm.
big frown.
Good.
So, yeah. She says, help me with this fish and I'll give you what you want.
Okay. I like look at Maynard and everybody and say, "What do you guys
Definitely.
think?" Yeah,
Definitely.
think we can haul
This
some
is-
fish.
This is the information we've been looking for.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Sounds
All
like
right.
a Giant fish.
So, she ushers you all out the back door and to the cliffside. You see that there is a large spruce tree in which she has tied like the rope to. And so she says, all right. And she kind of takes a piece of a big like bass and like hooks it on the end of it and kind of ties it around a little with some twine. And she tosses it over the edge and she said, okay, now grab the rope. We're going to wait a while.
Okay.
I'll
So,
be at the back.
okay. So everybody grabs a hold. Mishra pulls out her fingerless gloves, puts them on, and grabs the rope. And so you guys wait, and you wait, and the sun comes up even more, and it gets hot-ish. As hot as it can be on a winter day, you know what I mean? You're still sweating through your clothes. And you wait. And then all of a sudden, you hear Lara at the front. She kind of says, I see a shadow in the water. I think he's on his way. And as you guys kind of look over the cliff, you see this fin sticking out of the top of the water. And it is a like frilled, spiked fin. And you can tell it is like spikes. And you can see the top of his back, and it's like this yellow fish. And you wait and wait. And then all of a sudden she said, all right, get ready. And so you feel this tug, this massive tug of this fish as it just like bites this thing, and it begins taking the rope back and forward and like or left and right. And so she says, all right, heave. So everybody make a athletics check.
Athletics.
Steve.
Oh, I'm proficient.
Oh, let's go.
All right, Mishra gets
19.
Ooh.
I got a 19 plus.
I got a 23.
Wait, no, that's
10.
plus 1. 20 total.
Roll a 2.
I got a 19.
Lara
total.
got a 22.
She's strong.
Mishra got an 8. All right, what'd you get, Silas?
20 total.
All right. Endurance, what'd you get?
I got a 23.
Wow.
Y'all.
All right, Helen, what'd you get?
19.
Dang. Maynard?
10.
Okay, so we're gonna do this. Total of 102. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're doing 6 d20s.
Oh.
Hmm?
You just average what we got.
Shh. Okay. Man, fish rolled terribly. Okay. So, you guys,
He's
all of a sudden, he is stupid. You guys go left and right, and Maynard in the back just surges, and Lara in the front just gives a huge surge. Maynard, not quite at the surge that everybody expected, and Endurance kind of picks up more weight than you expect. Anyway, Mishra gets thrown off to the side, and everybody heave hos, and all of a sudden you hear just like a smack up against the cliffside, and you hear this fish, and you guys are just like pulling this dead weight up this cliff, and you haul and haul and haul, and all of a sudden this fish the size of like a freaking like walrus gets pulled up the side of this cliff, and it is like massive, yellow. It's got purple fins on the top and the side, and it has a gnarly, gnarly mouthful of teeth. And it flops around, and it begins flopping around very violently. And you guys like hold the rope. What are you doing?
Do we kill it?
I don't know. Lara
Huh?
pulls out a sword. She
Oh.
runs up to it, and she just like goes kya kya kya, and she like
Okay, so you
hacks
do
and
know.
slashes it. Anyway, hey, nobody else was doing anything, and so she like hacks and slashes it, and it just begins to bleed, and it begins flopping, and she's like, "Yeah, that's right." And so she's like, "I'm gonna have fish for days. Take that, king of the ocean." And so she's just really getting hyped up over this big fish. And she's
Oh my
like,
God.
"Thank you. I appreciate all of your help." And she goes and she like cuts a piece off and kind of hacks off the scales and takes a bite out of it. And she's like,
Oh.
Okay.
Does she have a katana?
fish.
Like I could just see her.
pretty much.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
She's pretty
More
sick.
like a
Anyway,
machete, you know?
yeah, like a machete kind of thing. So she like eats this fish, and it's real good.
All right, Laura. We held our end of the deal. Can you tell us about Sheldrake?
Oh, this fish. She kind of holds it out to you guys. She's like, "You guys want to try?"
I mean,
Are you sure
yeah.
this is edible? It has a lot of the
You
bright
ever heard
colors.
of sushi?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
the-
Silas. Sushi.
but I mean, purple fit. I don't know.
Is Laura
Yeah.
still standing?
Yeah,
Silas.
Okay, I'll eat some.
you guys eat it, and it is
Mhm.
really good fish. It's really good sushi.
That
Straight
is
up.
good fish.
That is good fish.
Constitution check, everybody.
Oh, come on.
Oh dear.
Who could have
Lara's
thought?
totally fine.
Uh-oh.
I got a 2. I'm not doing hot.
8.
18.
9.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that fish was fine. That's crazy.
You guys are fine.
Oh god.
No.
Okay, so you guys all go inside, and Lara starts leafing through her diaries, and she says, okay, let's see, where was that ship's name? I usually tried to keep a diary of kind of the comings and goings of the sailors. I liked them all. Okay. Are you guys laughing about something?
I don't know. I was just being engaged.
Huh?
I'm sorry. No.
Anyway.
So laughing because you said keep a track of the sailors because I like them all.
Yeah.
Why not? Anyway.
Oh,
So she leafs through and she's like, okay, Matthew Sheldrake.
Matthew,
Matt.
Matthew. Why not?
his government name.
oh my god, yeah.
Matthew Entertainment Sheldrake.
Oh my god.
All right. What does it say? What is it?
His
say?
ship's name was the Crimson Elysian.
Crimson
Man.
glycerin?
Elysian.
Glycerin.
Glycerin?
Mhm.
Oh god.
What is
What is
glycerin?
it? Yeah, what's that?
It's something.
Probably.
All right. So did he work for anybody or?
No,
Was he
it looks
hired?
like they originally were from the islands. Well, I mean, from my memory, he was from the islands. Him and a couple of those folks were from the islands, and that's what made them so memorable. But it looked like they kind of came over here to make a living among the islands, kind of doing trade for any of the businesses that just needed, transport.
Did he talk about any of the goods he transport at all? Like,
Oh, he did common things, merchant stuff, textiles, food, the normal things. This man was not involved in anything nefarious, from what I remember.
So, do you know if he had any? I know I've kind of already asked this, but did he have any children here? Or just
Close contact.
lover that you knew?
He could have. I don't know. I mean, a lot of them did. I don't know. Well, anyway, you can go ahead and tell your employer that you're not going to have any luck finding a dead man.
All right, we will definitely.
All of a sudden, all of you get the raging urge to just have massive diarrhea,
Hey, all
including
of us.
Mishra, except
Oh, no.
Silas.
Yeah.
Great.
God.
Mishra looks over at Elodia and is just like, Elodia, I need to leave right now.
I do too. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh.
Lara, why
My-
didn't you
Are
let
you
us
guys
eat
okay?
that? Silas, shut up.
Wait, what's happening?
Oh.
it's
I
gonna
was
take me a
over
minute
this.
to take
Ugh.
off my armor. Oh,
And Mishra
I
just
have
like
to
stops by
doff
the
my
door.
armor.
Mishra like stops by the door at the sound of that and like looks at you. She's just like, oh, I can't. And she like runs out the door.
Oh God.
And she like heads straight for the outhouse. Outhouse is occupied.
Dang it. I'm gonna go I'm just gonna go sprint in the woods. I don't even say anything. I just leave.
Say the clip. Oh, softies. I don't know.
I like sprint.
Minty starts cracking up at Maynard in particular.
Oh gosh. Oh no. I feel like Endurance is gonna go run to the beach and like find like behind a big rock like in the distance.
Yeah.
In the distance, not the beach, like the rocks. The woods are occupied, obviously.
The flat land you can see.
Yeah, some people have the high ground and some people have the low ground, I guess. Oh lord. Well, anyway, Minty starts cracking up at Maynard and it's just like, ha! What a chump. He looks
Oh,
like he's got
God.
a white boy tummy.
I,
I believe he is a white boy, right?
is there like a torch or something in there?
Oh god, what are you doing? I mean, there's like a
Hold on, you're
fireplace.
frozen.
Emma, we
A
didn't hear you.
fireplace. There's like a fireplace.
I'm gonna take a lit log out of there and hold it up to.
And Minty's just like, wow, oh my god. Whoa, you do not want to mess with me, buddy. I tell you what.
Golly.
I just gotta look at him, and like, just throw the log back in there and run out.
Oh God.
Oh man. So Lara kind of looks over at Silas and she's just like, I feel great. I thought it was delicious.
I quite enjoyed it. I had my hesitations, but I'm fine.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I've got your bag of fish here. Is there anything else I can do for you folks? Hello?
Silas, you're the only one
I'm
there.
not in there.
Oh yeah. I was waiting for other people. I was like, I think we're quite all right.
All right. Well,
I mean, would it be all right if we stayed docked here overnight?
sure. Fine with me.
Thank you.
Well,
I-
thanks
I
for the
believe
entertainment.
that's- we always please.
Right. Well, if you need anything else, don't hesitate to come knock. As long as you're willing to help me catch another fish. That was just the king of the ocean, but there's also the overlord of the ocean.
Oh, I thought we were going for the queen next.
I got her.
All right. Okay.
Well,
Are they back from from their respective?
I guess so. I guess.
Or is
Yeah,
it-
I stagger out of the woods.
Misha
Really
also
silent.
comes out whistling.
Yeah.
Misha looks over and is like, I feel better. Lighter. More agile. Anyway, she walks back in.
Oh God.
All right. Are we ready to go back to the boat?
I never thought I would say this, but yes, I am ready to go back to the boat.
I come out of the woods, finishing up a casting of prestidigitation.
Oh God. No.
Maynard doesn't wipe. He just prestidigitates.
That's what I was thinking.
You see Maynard and Joffrey walking out hand in hand.
Joffrey's unseen.
No, just these little brown hands walking behind Maynard.
Oh my God.
God.
No.
Oh.
Good jokes, guys. Good
Nope.
jokes.
Oh
No.
Oh man. Well, everybody walks in and Lyra's like, "Well, folks, hope you felt better, but yeah, I'm gonna have to do some cleaning of my island, I suppose."
yeah,
Yep.
probably.
I mean, that stuff's biodegradable, but whatever. Anyway, I'm ready to go.
Me
Can
too.
we go, please?
So Minty's just like, "Oh, thank goodness." And Minty's like, "I think it's my time to leave too."
Minty, we give you nothing but business.
Literally, like, get over it, bro.
Come on, man.
You guys do, but Mr. Tinhead over there gives me nothing but a headache.
Hey, he's part of our crew.
You really
So-
got me there.
Anyway,
All right. With that, good day to you, sir.
and so you guys all walk out together, Minty as well, and you guys all walk down to the beach together, Minty included.
How does he get out of here? It's just a
Tiny boat.
float.
Start swimming.
Minty
Driftwood.
walks into the edge of the water, and you guys watch as he gets into the water, and he kind of looks back at you. He's like, "What?" And he takes his little backpack and flips it to the front and puts it on his tummy like a pregnant belly, you know, kind of like people do. And he like lays onto the water, and you watch as he begins to start.
Oh my God.
Right.
And then you watch his little legs begin to kick faster and faster and faster until he like builds up a good amount of speed, and he's going. And you can see he's still looking at his map as he's like kicking really hard. It's kind of like a Dash from Mr.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
Wow.
All right.
Impressive.
Well,
Impressive. Yeah.
well, to the boat.
The boat.
To the boat.
I like that guy.
The SS Buddy.
Why?
It's alright, Maynard.
Charismatic little fellow.
He's
Hmm.
alright.
so you all get on the boat, and Misha perks up at hearing it's called the SS Buddy. And so you guys all get back on the boat, and Misha has gone into the cabin and has fished out a large hat and comes back out with this massive captain's hat with a huge feather coming out the top.
Oh my gosh.
Says, "All right, let's set sail. Onward."
Where are we going?
Yeah.
Upward.
Are we... Mishra, can we not just stay here and then?
Okay, then here. And so she takes her hat off and kind of tucks it away.
Oh God. Yeah.
And with that, what do you guys want to talk to each other at all a little bit before we kind of wrap up here?
I don't know. Do you want to talk about dead man walking?
Well, hey, Silas. Mask, did he have anything to say about that? How he's sending us on a goose chase for a dead man?
Yeah, I'd be curious about that too.
Yes.
Can you ask him to show up maybe? Now, because we don't know what to do now.
Okay, I'll talk. I'll request later.
Why wait? Why wait?
Later.
We've
Yeah.
got some time to
But
kill.
They need to be he often doesn't show up in the groups.
Can't he just hear you right now?
Yeah,
Well-
he usually has you guys have monologues going on,
Yeah.
dialogue.
Yeah,
going
but
on.
usually when I'm alone.
Oh, I see.
No, I know he said stuff while we've
Mhm.
been just around you.
Well,
I hate her. I loathe her beyond my fiber of being.
I just
I
I'm
refuse
starting.
to show up.
I
Just
don't
strike
think
her
he's
down
gonna
from
come.
the face of the earth.
I'll talk to him tonight.
You look a little distracted there, Silas. Something going on?
Yeah.
I
You seem just a little distracted.
mask.
Silas, you
It's
look
like, say
over.
he's-
You look over, and nobody else can see this, but Silas can see Mask hovering over Elodia's head with a giant sword, like just
Oh.
ready. And he's like, "Just let me know when."
We're good. We're good.
Silas, what's that look you're giving?
Yeah,
Like,
why are you looking at her?
why are you looking at me?
Specifically.
Just Elodia things,
Huh?
Are they? Is
it just?
it something I need to know?
Yeah,
No.
I mean,
No, we're good. We're good.
If that's Mask above my head, whatever. Can you ask him right
Meta!
now?
No.
Meta gamer. All right, Guys,
The worst. Boo.
guys. I redact that and say,
If Mask is sitting over me with a giant sword,
Right now.
right now. I think that's the words to say. No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that.
nothing was said.
But
No.
Silas, seriously, like, you, what?
I'll talk to him tonight, or I'll,
All right.
I'll at least request his
Okay.
appearance.
Good.
I don't understand. I feel like Mask would want. I don't know.
I feel like
don't
there's
get
more to
this.
the story. I feel like this is too easy.
I feel like there has to be. I feel like
Maybe-
he's still involved.
I think he has a child.
I was gonna say the same thing, Maynard. That was my theory. There's
Oh,
a
it is his
Yeah,
last
Because
name.
and they also she was also saying he was a good man. So maybe he had some
A not so good child.
that
But
he
she
didn't
also-
take very good care of and abandoned and screwed up his whole life, and now he hates the world and wants to kill everyone.
maybe so.
But she didn't even know. Lara didn't even know he had a family. It sounded like he never talked about them.
Also, wasn't Sheldrake revealed to be a last name? That was a last name, right?
That's what we're saying. It could be
Yeah.
a son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or it could be like more than just a son. It
His
could be like
daughter.
anybody. Because
Oh,
Sheldrake's
my
last
God.
name.
I just wish Mask gave us a little more details about this.
Well, my
Um,
only concern is that there's nobody, even if it is a son, nobody is familiar with that last name.
Right.
Unless they maybe disowned that name or something.
Could be an old name that they're just not using anymore.
Well, that's
Yeah.
How bad does Mask want this done?
Yep. Mask back down, right? He's
Yeah,
not
Mask
still
back
hovering.
down, Mask back
Okay.
down.
How bad does he want this done? If he wanted it done bad enough, he would give us more information.
I do believe it is pretty pertinent.
Why is he withholding?
yeah.
You just
Even
like to
Why
see us
can't you-
struggle?
Let us know now. We can save some time. We have like a whole day. We gotta wait till tonight.
I mean,
Look.
it's not only wasting our time, but
All of a
your
sudden,
time as well.
all of
What
a
if-
sudden,
All of a sudden,
storm clouds gather over the ship.
Oh.
Light begins to disappear from the sky. The air you breathe turns deathly cold.
oh boy.
An absolute sense of dread comes over you. And among you, there is a giant face that appears in the sky. It is the face of Mask. And among him, any dead relative that you may have. Just
Oh.
absolutely congregated here. Hold on, we need a more
Wait,
appropriate song
sorry.
for this.
Dead relatives.
Yes. Any person that you may have loved is
Does that
gathered
include me?
around him. Oh yeah, everybody.
Ah, fuck.
And so you see all these people, some people you know, some people you don't know. You're not really sure who is related to who, whatever. And Mask looms over you all and says, "Listen." And as he says that, it booms and echoes across the sky and said, "You are my captives and my workers and my soldiers for 2 more months. Anything that I command will be done as I command it, lest I strike you down right this moment. And once I strike you down, it will not be a death. It will be a fate worse than death. It will be reliving your worst nightmare like you did back in that tower, over and over again. I am the aspect of illusion and tricks, and I will make you suffer using my gifts and talents. Your mission was given to you, and you alone. I cannot intervene in this matter. Why else would I give it to you? There are things that I know, and there are things that are out of my grasp. But know this, should you decide to disobey my commands, there will be consequences." And it disappears.
Well, that was horrible.
There you
That
go.
wasn't helpful at all.
No, that was actually the opposite of helpful.
Do you want to keep? You know he can still hear you,
I
right?
know.
He just threatened to strike you down right now.
We're not saying we're not gonna do it. We're just wanting more information if possible. Damn. It just seems like maybe we'll have to ask more people. Because again, she's been on this island for a while, it sounds like, so she might not be in the loop as much as she used to be. So if there is a more modern Sheldrake going by a different name, then she probably wouldn't know. But then somebody might, in-house Kirasilla might know. So it's always a... I mean, obviously we'd have to just be listening. I don't know. Anything that sounds weird. Because we obviously want to be careful about bringing anything up that could be suspicious.
It's unfortunate that we got kicked out of the Rat's Tavern.
It is unfortunate.
That was...
We could always go back. I mean...
If only it was avoidable. Oh well.
You know what? It's in the past now, and we could always go back.
There's literally a picture in his window of you guys.
Well, we could take down the picture. But
Whoa.
in our disguises, we could go back.
If that's what we want to use it on, I suppose.
Well, we could always use polymorph on a different time, and just a few of us. Not all of us need to go back.
I'm just so confused by this whole quest. It's like we're running around with our heads caught up.
Maybe that's the
I
whole
just-
point. He might enjoy it.
I think it does.
I don't
He
feel like
said
he
that
had
there
a
are some things that are beyond him.
Shocking.
Okay, well, great. He
Yes,
can
no.
put it in a nicer way. It's not like we're disobeying him. We're trying to carry out the stupid task.
Trying. We haven't been doing too bad. I mean, we found somebody who knew something, which is a start, so... I don't know. There's gotta
Well,
be somebody
if
else.
Silas is just throwing
time-
up his hands. He's not talking.
If
Like,
time doesn't seem to be an issue, we have 2 months, then I guess we can use all of it since he's not in a rush or anything. It's fine.
Yeah. So,
don't think that's how that works.
yeah.
No.
Actually, no, I know that's not how that works, unfortunately.
All right.
Are all the missions usually this vague, Silas?
Yeah, Silas.
Yeah.
I've had more specific missions. I've had even vaguer missions, believe it or not. But we work with what we have.
Which is nothing. All right. Sounds good.
All of a sudden, Elodia, your
Elodia
vision goes
dies.
completely black. Elodia's vision goes completely black.
Oh god.
Elodia, all of a sudden you feel yourself gripped by the throat and by some unseen force.
Can I
The
see
world
anything?
around you is completely black. No, this is an Elodia vision only. You see Elodia fall to her knees is what you see, and her eyes roll back. And
Oh,
so,
God.
Elodia, you are gripped by some unseen force at your throat, and you are just absolutely gasping for air and
Meanwhile,
clawing
Silas
for
is
it.
like shaking her body, like
Oh dear.
And so, Elodia, you watch as a figure comes into view and walks forward, the Pale Rider, Azimentus, in his full garb. And he has his hand extended almost like in a force choke kind of thing. And so he begins to walk forward to you, and he walks up and he tips your chin up and he looks at you with these absolute steely gray eyes, and he says, "Watch." And he turns around and he just all of a sudden summons this giant lance, and you watch as like this scene kind of comes into view, like a forest scene, and you see your father ahead, and he walks up and puts his hand on his shoulder and just takes the lance and runs it right through his chest and comes out the other side. And you watch as he falls forward, and when he removes the lance, that scene turns off, and then he walks over to another scene and it begins to like light up, and you watch as your mother is in view, and she too is kind of going about her business, and he goes around and goes and then when he finally withdraws the lance, that scene goes out, and you watch as once again he continues to do that to Prince Sugaharan, and then you watch as that turns off, and eventually your party members are there with you, and you watch as he goes around to Mishra, to Maynard, to Silas, to Endurance, and kills all of them. And eventually that scene turns off, and he walks right up to you, and then he says, "But you will live." And then that scene turns off. And Elodia, you are back into reality.
I guess I just fall over and I'm just like frozen. Like can't speak, can't move, like total shock.
Silas is still like shaking her and like screaming at her to wake up.
I'm like rigid.
It's like slapping her face, you know?
Elodia, when you open your eyes, you look up and you see a full moon above you. Even though it's daytime, you can still see the full moon.
Can I see though?
Yeah, your vision's back. You're back into the real world. Everybody's shaking you awake.
Yeah.
Claudia?
Is
Yeah.
it night? How long was I out?
No, it's daylight. No, is it
No.
daylight? Hold
No
on.
more,
Daylight.
no more
Wait,
than a minute.
no. It's like
Wait.
afternoon.
It's afternoon. Okay.
Okay.
There's no
No more than a
moon.
minute.
What happened?
Did Mask do this?
Oh, I don't know. But it looks dark. Am I awake? Is this real?
This is real, as far as I know. Yeah, this is real. But ew, your eyes rolled back. It was like you weren't here anymore.
Oh, I wasn't here.
Or were you?
I don't know. Pale Rider was there. I saw him kill my parents again. I saw it. Except this time I actually saw it. And he killed everyone. He killed Sugahara and he killed you, all of you, and left me. And now is this real? Is this a dream? Is this real? I don't know.
It is real. No, it is definitely real.
Then why is the moon out? Why is it dark?
I don't know why you see that.
Oh, the moon. You can still see the full moon even though it's daylight. Sorry.
Oh. So
Sorry,
the moon's just there, but it's
Yeah.
daylight? Oh.
Yeah, but
I
you
thought it
can
was
see
night.
it.
Oh.
We can't see
It's-
that, right?
You can't see the moon?
Well, you guys can all see the moon. The full moon is there, guys. But it's just kind of
Wait,
eerie
what?
that you like open. The moon is there. You can see the moon in the daylight, guys.
It's like in
Oh.
late afternoon.
I thought it was
Yeah.
only for her.
Yeah, me too.
No, you can.
How
Also,
special.
you can
How
all see that.
special.
Oh.
But it
Poor
is
Olivia.
symbolic nonetheless.
Huh.
Yeah. Well, then I like look at the moon and I'm like, this, yeah. Okay, I won't. If that was Mask, okay, I'll just shut up now.
Well, not good. Yeah, I guess we all need to kind of watch ourselves after that conversation, maybe. Maybe kind of watch what we say, maybe. I don't know. That just seems a little too coincidental for it not to be involved.
Silas is gonna go into his room.
Mishra, also understanding the nature and tone of this situation, kind of goes and goes down to her hammock.
Yes, and Durrance will just go sit, kind of like leaning against the side of the boat on the deck, and just kind of like has a little blank look to her.
Oh yeah, I'm still sitting like just staring dead stare kind of at the moon, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Maynard?
So I'm still just sitting there
Okay.
near Elodia.
So, as you all begin to kind of settle into the weight of this moment, the afternoon gives way to evening. The sun goes down, the breeze kind of whips around you, coming off the ocean, and the moon becomes even more apparent in the sky. As you guys all kind of sit with your thoughts and kind of are processing the information of the day, you kind of naturally fall into a cycle of sleep and wake and who is guarding and not guarding. And yeah, with that, we are going to wrap up for the evening. Peace out.